How's he looking?
Welcome, welcome. We are live. I forgot to press the button. I had it down for 8 p.m. and I've had to make it schedule earlier. Good evening. I thought I'd go live for the Fiaz fight, Aqib Fiaz versus Bellotti, because I think that's going to be an absolutely crazy fight. So at the moment we're on DAZN, like I said. We're probably going to switch it. We're probably going to go onto the Sky show in a bit. But Reese is getting ready to do his ring walk. I need to turn this down, actually, because I don't want any copyrights on my videos. So a warm welcome to you. Boxing's been a bit interesting this week, as I'm sure you're aware. It's been a bit crazy. Lots of stuff's been happening. Fights being postponed. Cards still going on. Obviously, Sky Sports Boxers card started at the same time, but I'm not going to miss commentary on this fight to start off with. So if you're here, welcome, a warm welcome to you. Don't forget to comment in the chat, keep it active. And if we're not, I'll just talk to myself for a bit because you know I love comms. Boxing pound for pound, Jack, welcome. What are we saying about the Campbell-Hatton fight? What are you thinking about that, Jack? Let me know. Disqualification, but yeah, you got a bit of a dressing down as well from Eddie that basically says you got to step your game up, so we'll see what happens. But Reese Bellotti is making his ring walk. You can see there's a few more people in the arena at the moment, and he said at the presser, for once I'm actually not the underdog. I don't know about betting. I can't tell you about odds because that's not my game. But let's see what's going to happen tonight. We know Aqib, sometimes he has these kind of like touch and go fights where it's, you know, it's literally on the edge of your seat. And we know that Bellotti will get involved properly. So to me, this could be the fight of the night. So a couple of shout outs, pound for pound Jack, Campbell-Hatton socks. He's below British level, in my opinion. It's one of them. Cornell, welcome. Hatton's just not that good. He's a trier, though. And Jason Harry, yes. Good evening to you. What are you saying? I reckon Eddie might put him in with the... Okay, yeah, fair shout. Jack saying, I reckon Eddie might put him in with the winner of Fiaz Bellotti to cash him out. Ooh, 258 fighter as well. Interesting. Interesting. So Aqib's got in the ring now, bolstering black and red. Let's see what he's going to put on tonight. I don't know if this is, I don't know. Do you think this is going to go to the distance, or do you think we're going to get a stoppage? Can't make up my mind. But let's have a look. I'm going to keep the volume down. Let's have a look. Untraceable, welcome. Nice to see you here. They better not try and market that arting stuff. Jesus, look. No, we're not going to. No. We're not going to do that here. You know what? I wanted to watch her fight, but I had to make a choice. So I know some of the fights I've got to go backwards and forwards with. Mikhail, LEWAL, Isaac Chamberlain. I can't miss that. So we will be doing that one live as well. Yeah, she did. Jack, you're right. She outboxed Sky Nicholson when they were in the on the amateur squad. So the Olympics. So yeah. And you're right. Looks do not win fights. I'm going to back that one. I like Carice. I'll get on with them. I get on with both her and Lauren. Very welcoming and accommodating to me. And as you can see, that they've been on my channel and they've been willing guests. Fury, what's wrong with Fury? I can't get DAZN, so on my Sky Go. Yeah, SARS. I'll try and flip between the two and see what happens. But I just got to keep this volume down because I haven't got time for copyright. What fights are you looking forward to tonight? Let me know in the comments. And what I'd like to do as well is once again just say thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to you guys that type out the comments, put some really good detailed comments in on the videos, really share your thoughts and opinions. Sometimes we have a little bit of backwards and forwards, but it's never disrespectful. That's one of the things I try and pride my channel on, that we don't need to be disrespectful when we've got differences of opinion, a more mature approach. So I appreciate you all for that. Let's have a look. VJ Patton, if we don't benchmark him against his father, then he's a good British level fighter. He could win a few titles, maybe British and Commonwealth, but that'll be his ceiling. I don't know, jury's out with me on that one. To be honest, you got Catterall by KO, TKO. That's from Jack. Isaac Chamberlain has been talking, and you man are done for. Welcome. He knows how to sell a fight. Isaac Chamberlain's one of these kind of like cruiserweight unsung heroes. He's been around for a minute. He's been in the ring with some good people, sparred some really good people. So I hope he gets his opportunity to shine. But here we go. Round one. We've got Akeem throwing in a couple of nice stiff jabs, but like he's kind of like he's edging forward, keeping that hand up there, protecting his jawline, protecting his chin. But slowly taking those steps in towards Akeem. When he gets in, Akeem is like swinging that left hook at him. Let's see how this goes. Cautious, but you can see Akeem is keen to let a shot go. He doesn't want to make this first round too cagey by the looks of it. I hope you get to go to Saudi for Fury Usyk. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going anywhere. I won't be going over there, to be fair. Yeah, no worries, Jack. I'll see you in a bit. So here we go. Akeem is really throwing out that left hook at Bellotti. Now he's coming in with a not that much of a stiff jab, but jabbing Bellotti a couple of times. And he's also keeping that guard up. These guys are mindful of hooks that can possibly come in. Akeem has raised that shoulder to keep his chin protected on the other side. On the back foot, because Bellotti's walking forward. Caught him with a sweet shot then. Akeem back on the ring, but pushing forward to try and gain center of the ring to get back that control, slipping a couple of shots that Bellotti's tried to land. A nice double jab, backhand from Akeem. Yeah, they're both being a bit cautious, but I kind of guess that's how the first round would go. Happy 45 man, not seeing Young Hatton's fight tonight. However, I think he would do well to win a Central Area title. Yeah, I can that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Triple jab from Akeem. How old is Bellotti? He's been around for that's a good question. I'm gonna hazard a guess that he's gonna be in his 30s, probably early 30s. But I don't know. And I'm only saying that because of boxing years, but he could have started really young. He's controlling the center of the ring though. Fair play to him. Pushing Akeem back. But I didn't think this would be an easy fight. I thought this could be a potential banana skin anyway. Matty Howard. Matty, warm welcome and thank you very much for your kind words recently as well. Campbell is hard to watch. Has gone from average to piss poor. What can you say? I think you're right. He used to be in... Campbell did himself a disservice with no amateur experience. Yeah, it doesn't suit everybody. Here we go. Bellotti's throwing in some body shots to Akeem. Does he look really phased? No, not really, but he's pushing them in. Back to the corners. Round one done. A cagey round for both. They're both probably as busy as each other. If you're going to look at the last 10 seconds, you could say, all right, Bellotti's got that because he's throwing more punches towards the ends, but we'll see. I think you're right. You used to be in Chunky's training camps. Love your channel, and I love my subscribers because, like I said, I've got the best subscribers on YouTube, and I stand by that. Jason, lost for words. Is that to do with Campbell? You lost for words with Campbell? Talk to me. Can I listen to what Bellotti's corner's saying? Let's have a look. Oh, he's got Jim McDonald in there. Jim McDonald, well, an ex-fighter. I think he fought Jimmy Tibbs, Mark Tibbs' dad, I think. Yeah, he's old school anyway. We know that much. He's in his 70s and apparently he still runs marathons. And obviously we've got Jamie Moore in the corner of Akeem. His chin's up in the air though. That's the only thing I will say that I don't like. His chin is up in the air. Chunky is one interview I'd love to see. Hardly seen or heard of him since he retired. Okay. Right, they're both in the clinch. I hope they don't make this a boring fight. Once again, like I said, Belotti's confident. They seem to be battling for the centre of the ring. It's to and fro with the both of them. Akiba's got that nice jab that he'll throw out. He'll double it up, even triple it at times. I just would like to see him tuck his chin down because his chin, his eyes on where you can see Belotti's got his head down. So let's have a look. Belotti's coming forward, throwing the shots, but Akiba's firing back. Both in the clinch once again. There we go. See, Akib walked in there, got caught with maybe just a little touch from Belotti. I don't see either really throwing with any real conviction. They're just literally pouring out the shots, maybe just to get comfortable, being mindful of this could probably turn into a nasty inside fight. But the shots at the moment, they're pouring. They're not really with any real conviction. I don't know. Your refs had to jump in to separate them there. Let me see if I can. See, I'll need to get the zone up. I'm going to have to do two things at once because now I'm going to have a look at the Sky card. Belotti seems to be dominating, pushed Akib back onto the ring again. But Akib is pushing back, fighting back. Belotti pushing him back. Akib's there, pushing forward to get off the ropes. Back on the ring ropes again. However, he's twisted it. Now Belotti's on the ring ropes in the corner. He needs to come back to centre. Let's have a look. Oh, by the way, I will be doing another watch along next week for Fury and Garnu. I guess that goes without saying, but I will be doing a watch along for that. Because obviously it's a card that's got a lot of heavyweights on it. It is going to be a good card. Right, let's switch this over. So I'm going to put the zone on the phone. And then we're going to try and get on to round 2 over. Try and get on to Sky to watch the other one. Subscription City. So guys, what are we thinking about? Obviously, Buatsi Aziz. I know I spoke to a couple of people. Obviously, Aziz suffering a back injury last minute. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that the rematch will happen this year, or are we possibly looking at next year? It's a bit of a tricky one, that is. It's a shame as well, because once you get back injuries, they just never seem to go away. Reparations, smooth Brexit, and Campbell Hatton's talents. All the things that we were promised but never seen. It's tough, isn't it? It's tough. No matter what he does, he's still going to have to live up to his father's name. Skyliner, the editor, welcome, welcome. No problem. I'm just trying to get the Sky Sports one up so I can juggle and watch two fights. A bit of toe-to-toe action going on from these two. Nothing spectacular, but they're both going at it. That's the thing, when you hype yourself up for fights and then they happen and then sometimes they're slightly anticlimactical, but we are only still in round 3. So we'll see what's happening. Let's have a look. Boxing. Campbell getting a free ride in a fancy car. Fiaz looks flat. Yeah, he does. He does. It's like, I don't know, maybe Beats as well. Welcome. I've done a few lives with Beats. I enjoy going on his lives because we just sit down and we have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? Which is nice. Let me try and find this. Sky Sports Golf. No, we don't want that. Should be on main event, shouldn't it? It's not pay-per-view, is it? Ah, here we go. Sky Sports Arena. I wonder if JB moves on as he's in a no-win situation. He beats Aziz. He beats Aziz. He was meant to, and if he loses, it's a hard roll back. Would like to see Yard versus Joshua Buatsi. VJ, that's the fight that everybody's wanted for a very long time, for years. We've all been saying, you know, we wanted that fight, but we can't really write off Dan Aziz. But now it's another delay, and then you're looking at it. And what I've said, and I've openly said this, Joshua Buatsi made the move because he wanted to be more active. He wants to be, broadcast everywhere. And fair enough, he had, was it Stepien? The one that Callum Smith was supposed to have boxed. He had his fight with him. His ring rust, I'll allow that. But then they put him in with Aziz, which, like I said, that wasn't the fight that he came over to Sky Sports Boxing for. And now that's been postponed, unfortunately. I take it Keris won because she's doing comms on the ringside. And these boys are still going at it. I'm watching 2 fights at once. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Wardley versus Adelaide. What are we saying about that one? And now the British title's on the line. Apparently the first time, and if Boxing Beats and Rhymes is in here, he might be able to say if that has ever been fought for outside the UK, because don't quote me on it. I wouldn't know. I'm not a boxing historian. Common sense would say no. But then common sense would say that practice should still be in place, and now they're fighting for it in the Middle East. So, right, so she knocked her down. Okay. Carice hits her opponent with a straight backhand and knocks her down. So Akib there flicking out that jab to Bellotti. I'm mixing in between the two. Let's have a look. Yeah. So you man are done for. It was an eliminator for Bivol. So Josh should just beat up a tin can and get the title shot. Wardley's too experienced. That's AAV develops. Jamo, it has been. You're going to have to refresh my memory. It has. And thank you. Big up yourself as well. AAV develops. That'll be a good fight. Wardley and the other guy, David Adelaide. Saw your interview with Adelaide, came across awkward. No, it was all right, David Adelaide and I, because I'm quite, well, you know what I'm like if you've watched my conversations, I'm quite straightforward in it. And I think maybe we got off on the wrong foot to start off with, because that's the second time I spoke to him. But I quite enjoyed speaking to him. I thought he was actually okay. He was calm, yeah. Okay. Many, many years back, the British, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like I said, sometimes with stuff like that, yeah, I wouldn't like to say, yeah, this is the very first time, and then somebody else says something else, and I don't know Jack. David is going to beat Fabio. Jobos Merca. I've tried, but every fight of Fiaz is a hard watch. See, I thought, listen, I understand what you're saying, VJ. But sometimes with Akib, he's in these touch and go fights, and sometimes that can make it interesting. I think last time did he get knocked down? But this fight between them is slightly anticlimactical, if I'm honest. They're hugging, they're grabbing, they're holding. We're in round 4 of 12. you know. So it could be a long night here. Let's have a look. The British title was defended in Antigua in I've asked for it, so I'm gonna get it. Conway, you think David wins? I need to all right. We've got Fabio Wardley, white collar fighter history, yeah. He's been in with some good opponents as a professional. We can't dispute that. He had a lovely. It's not. Why do I keep on going to call him Tom Little? It's not Tom Little. When he fought for the British title, lovely performance there. He's fought Eric Molina. He's fought some good names. David Adelaide, even though he doesn't sing and dance about it, he's got quite a good amateur pedigree. Fair enough, he wasn't GB squad, but he's got a good amateur pedigree. I hear a lot of rumours about Adelaide in sparring, and I get it, sparring's not boxing, but you do hear like rumours and people say that his boxing really doesn't do it justice. And that's why when we had that conversation, I said, look, I've heard about that, but are you going to show that? We know that you've got power. We've seen that you can knock people out, but are you going to show us some IQ when you fight Fabio? So that's kind of like where I'm at. I want to see him prove, are these rumors true? Conway, first time here. Big up October Red, been a fan since you went on undefeated. Bless you. Thank you very much. And we're not, no one's no fans. We're just like a big boxing community because I admire you lot as well. Because if it wasn't for you lot, my subscribers wouldn't go up. The only thing I will say is get them views up on my videos. Fabio's biggest test, but he'll come through with a knockout. Okay. Oh, you think the conversation with Tony Bellew was more conversational? Fair enough. Yeah, I'll get on with Tony Bellew because he's like me. He's quite opinionated, and even if you might not agree with him, he's just going to say what he believes, and that's the end of that. And I can cope with that because to me, if I needed criticism, constructive criticism, however you want to put it, he'd be one of those that would just tell me, he wouldn't flower it up. He wouldn't make excuses. He'd just be straightforward. And I prefer that bluntness. So when I meet people that are quite blunt, I tend to get on with them more than people that would actually flower up a fantastic make-believe story. So let's have a look. Fabio is exciting to watch. Yes, he is. And that's why I think it might be good for the two styles to gel together. But what I will say is don't sleep on Solomon Dakers because Solomon Dakers is the English champion and he has got credible. Yes, everyone questions his power. I understand that. But he's got good boxing skills. And I really would like to see him in with the winner of that British title. So obviously I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Solomon step up. So anytime I think about these heavyweights, I always think about Solomon Dakers. I think about Fraser Clark, all of those guys that are involved. Good evening, Base the Kid. Shout out to Base the Kid. Very, very supportive. He's the one that's helped me get the Frank Warren accreditations. So shout out to Base the Kid. Anyway, any feedback on this fight with Belati Fiaz? It's messy, isn't it? It's not the boxing match I thought it was going to be. I don't know. Let's have a look. Skyliner, it's okay to call Fiaz boring. He's a bit pedestrian, lacks action. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? It's a bit untidy. Well, not untidy. It's not setting the earth on fire. And I've got it on mute, so maybe that doesn't help either. Looking forward to Craig Richards fighting. Yes, you know what? I really would like to see Craig Richards fight Lyndon Arthur. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because Lyndon Arthur's got a belt now. And I think it'd be nice for Craig Richards to go for a belt as well. And they're both boxers as well. They're both boxers, aren't they? So I'd like to see Craig Richards in with Lyndon Arthur, and I'm saying that because business wise, you've got Matchroom and you've got Wasserman, and they often work together. So it shouldn't be a hard fight to make. Lyndon Arthur Spider. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it would because they're both boxers, so I wouldn't mind watching that at all. Um, so I'm going to say something controversial now, but I want to create a little bit of a discussion. I've sort of been speaking to different promoters, including obviously professional boxing promoters and promoters from the misfit scene. There's a bit of a debate, and I want to have it with you guys because, like me, we are fans of boxing, and Misfits has received a lot of heavy criticism, saying that it's ruining the sport. Now, if you're one of those guys and you think it's ruining the sport, put in the comments why, and then put in the comments if you think we can learn. Can we learn in the professional? We, the fans, can the professional era learn from, say, for example, not the Misfits fighters because they are who they are, but from how they promote themselves and obviously how the shows are promoted, etc. I know it's controversial, but I've been from the beginning. I've followed the Misfit stuff. I'll let you know a little bit about my journey. I'll give you a bit of a history lesson. It might bore some of you. You might log off or whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, they are two different products, and yeah, it is what it is. When I first came into obviously the boxing, um, when I set up October Red Boxing, I was going into gyms, and I reached out to fighters all over the place. I reached out to Solomon Dakers, who was training out of Acott's Green Boxing Gym, and his trainer was Max McCracken. Obviously, I went in there after Dakers had his debut, did like a conversation with him, filmed it and put it up. You'll see it's one of my earlier videos. And then Max says, look, I've got a fighter that's going to be signing to Wasserman. That was actually Matty Harris. I'll see if I can get you on their accreditation list so you can go to a show. Brilliant. Obviously, that happened when Wasserman were initially working with Boxer, and kind of like the rest is history. So the first proper promoter I spoke to after Eddie Hearn was Callie Sowland from Wasserman. So when I heard that they were going to do the Misfit stuff, I've kind of like tagged on the back of that because it's kind of like me showing my loyalty to the products that they deliver. I get it's controversial. I get it's not for everybody, but I will support it because it's kind of like a glamorous white collar boxing. Misfits is not box. Misfits is not boxing. It's wrestling with gloves. It's very unconventional. It is like WWE. It is like, white collar. Boxing needs to be more about the fans than the promoters. It's a bit old school, right? So as fans, as we all are, what do you want to see? What do you want to see moving forward? You're at home. I've got Sky Sports subscription. I've got DAZN subscription. If I'm not at the fights, I'm paying pay-per-view as well. Yeah, BT Sport, another subscription. You got subscription for everything. So it's 3 different channels that we pay for. So when us as paying customers, what are you looking for? What do you want to see? Do you want to see fighters continually build their O and then get to a certain level, and then when they get tested, they don't know what they're doing? Or do you want to start seeing 50-50 fights, maybe from about 5 or 6 fights in? Are you for the production? Because what happens is a lot of boxing fans, they'll go to the fights, and then when the person that they've bought the ticket for fights, they'll go home. But with the Misfits, and I'll go back to it again, they're in the arena from start to finish. So they're supporting the whole thing. So it's like, why are we selling tickets, but you're not supporting everybody else? You're just supporting the one fight that you've come to watch. And then it looks like, the arenas are emptying out when traditionally they're not staying there for the whole card. So I think there's some improvements that need to be done there. Let's have a look. Boxers can learn from misfits promotion and fan engagement. I agree. You man are done for. Competition is good. And it is. I believe competition breeds proactivity because in such a competitive sport, you're going to want to be the best. So you can learn from your opposition and make it better, make it your own flavor and make it stand out. Darren Robinson, thank you so much. One of my original subscribers as well. Welcome, warm welcome to you. Great move by Kelly if they get on the pro boxing. And yes, they're going to. They're going to get on the pro boxing. And when they do, it's going to be the competition then not only goes from the promoters having rich pickings on what fighters they want, it's going to be a problem for the promoters because to me, the Misfits promotion, the advertisements, like the fight nights, it goes to them. When it comes to promos and advertising for the fights, I've got to give it to Matchroom DAZN. They're spot on. Look at the Devin Haney, Regis Prograis promo. Look at the Monte Carlo promo for Joe Cordina. When you look at that and you're looking at the stories and you've got to give it to them. But a lot of, and how dare I forgot the Fury and Ngannou. How brilliant is that? The promo for that, second to none. We love it. I mean, they've even got massive statues in the capital representing a fight that's not happening in the UK. So we talk about, I guess, having the money to flood our eyes with that promo. Jam Down, good evening to you. I don't care about misfits. So as long as it says out of thinking they're boxers, I'm fine with it. Yeah. I think they do think they're boxers because some of them really do take it seriously and they're training really hard and it has changed a lot of their lives. And you will probably saying, yeah, that adrenaline rush, yeah, I can get in there, I can do this, I can beat up this person. But when it comes down to it, we do know that there is levels to boxing. And we saw that with Tommy Fury and KSI. Right, let's have a look. The standards of undercards in boxing don't keep the viewers' fans' attention. But then how do we improve that though? Because, you've got fighters that are putting in solid camps. They're really looking forward to boxing on, a massive platform, whether it's on YouTube, on the free view or on the main, after the bell, broadcast. They're really looking forward to doing that. So what have they got to do? And this is what I'm saying. You've got to create that interest so the fans will follow them, do or die, and then introduce them to the other boxers. We've got to get fans not just to be fans of the fighter that they're supporting, but fans of the sport. And that's where I think it's wrong. Misfits, they're fans of Misfits on a whole, so they stay there for the duration. So I think with us, maybe, or some of the fans, not all of the fans, when you're selling tickets, to maybe encourage them to be fans of boxing full stop and say, don't just come and support me, stay and support the other fighters on the card. I don't know, something like that. Let's have a look. But it's a good point. I'll put that up. I forgot I can put things up on the screen. Right, let's have a look at that one. Look at Jack Catterall a few years back. He was rubbish in front of the camera. Same Dubois. It's hard to get excited when the person is timid. Fury is a great... I can't argue with that, Jason. Spot on. Because guess what? People like personalities. And like I said, you ain't got to go around beating people up and throwing water on someone and doing crazy stuff. But all of us have got quirks and personality that we can show off online and get people to support us. All of us can do that, but sometimes a fighters, it isn't just about getting in the ring. Now you've got to bring more to the table. VJ, Misfits is dangerous, where a pro fighter almost loses a close fight to a YouTuber That's what's damaging. And the casual public will not appreciate the blood, sweat, and tears the pros go through. Hmm. Do you mean like Tommy Fury? Because he's the only pro fighter. And to me, Misfits is his bag. I do believe that. He's good at that. Um, so yeah, I'd say they're carefully matched. Um, and even though they may not train as hard as the pro fighters, they do train. They're in the gym. They're in the gym. I'll tell you what I will do. In fact, some of them have it already because YouTubers are kind of big. But if I can get in the gym with one of the YouTubers, I'll do it and I'll try and get some behind the scenes and I'll put it out on my channel just so you can see what they're up to. And we can have a little comparison. We can have a look. I'll see if I can do that. I don't know. Mr. Lemon, your camera looks yes. We have the camera. My camera's on fleek. Let's have a look. Jam down. One thing I'll say is the cost of advertising, promotion, and marketing has gone up by a huge amount. Boxers would need to accept lower purses and demand the money go into the show, production, and marketing. Now that depends on the fighter's worth. And my prime example for that is Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is, how many fights has he lost compared to how many fights that he's won? But he is marketable. People want to see him because of his character, the way he is, his quirks. I'm not saying, like I said, for everybody to be Derek Chisora, but just bring out your character more. Do you know what I mean? 1 second. Let's have a look. Oh, a bit of love in the chat. We love that. We love to see people supporting each other. I love that. Boxing professional is a lifetime of punishing work in fitness and training and diet, early morning runs. It's not a part-time job. Yeah, I hear that. I do hear that. But let me see if I can get in there with some of the YouTubers and see if I can try and change some of the opinions. Yeah, Tommy is sold on him being a pro. Yeah, he's suited to Misfits. Fiaz is down, is he? Shit. Ooh. Oh, they've called it. Have they called it? Whoopsie. Oh, he's really upset. Yeah, he's gone. But like, he gives him a hug. What round was that? 1 second, I'm going to have to come back to these chats in a bit. Fiaz stopped on his feet. Ooh, okay. 1 second. Thanks for letting us know, VJ. Then yapping about business strategies. Look at Eubank Jr. So congratulations to Reese Bellotti. I told you it could be a potential banana skin. I did tweet it. Reese Bellotti is one of these that you've really got to be careful when you go in the ring with him because he's seasoned. Let's have a look. Look at Eubank Jr. Wasn't like before when his dad was centre stage. Now is a character, does insightful interviews with the daughter of CEO Harry Neville, and the public's invested. You know what switched the tables with him, don't you? The Conor Benn scandal. And then Conor Benn became the villain and Chris Eubank became, actually, he's quite funny. People switched because Conor Benn was kind of like the sweetheart, wasn't he? And Eubank was kind of like the villain. And then when that happened with the failing the tests, it switched. And then Eubank Jr. became the hero. And this is boxing. It will just switch. Let's have a look. I'm just watching the replay. And congratulations to let's have a look. Tommy Fury is a good example. Dad helps in promotions by being a bit crazy. The whole vibe sells it. Yeah. Big up to John Fury. I saw him at the Misfits presser. The first one when he kicked off on this and he flipped the tables and stuff. And the first thing he did, because when we went backstage, is he apologized. He said, I just really want to apologize for my behavior. I shouldn't have done it. Very, like, straight away. very, very gentlemanly. I know you saw him and he went, but he's just honestly, the traveling community, every time that I've spoke to any of the traveling community, the Irish community, they're really like gentlemen. And that is my experience from being around the traveling community in boxing. Um, they're very friendly, and very gentlemanly, very polite, very respectful. So I think, yeah, John's good for it as well. I'm not trying to be funny, but Boatsy can gain a lot of fans from appearing on the God channel. I thought he was going to say the Undefeated podcast, the God channel. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? How did I come up with the name October Red? Simple. Red is a colour that I like. October is the month that I was born. People says, why didn't you name it something after boxing? I'll let you into a little secret. I like speaking to everybody, but boxing is just one of my favourite subjects. So I can't really call it something boxing, and that's why I've dropped boxing off it, because I'm going to be speaking to all different types of people from all different walks of life. It's not just going to be boxing. So yeah, October Red, that's it. Somebody said, oh, you should have called it something boxing. Did Adidas call themselves something trainers? No. Adolf Dassler, Adidas, the name mixed together. Now look at that brand. As you can see, I'm sporting it, 3 stripes. Let's have a look. Jay Lanks, welcome. Fire emojis, ain't seen you in a minute. She's always a cheeky chap, good talker. Promoter v promoter. I'd like to see that. But like, he's tough as nails. Eubank is not world level. Good evening, Sly. Pro Supplements, how you doing? I met George Liddard last week. He hinted at being on the undercard for Eubank Ben, likely to be in Abu Dhabi. Even though I get that the BBFC probably they're appealing the fact that Conor Ben's boss case. So yeah, BBFC is probably not going to grant him his license yet, are they? Yeah, Belotti's very seasoned, you man. Would I ever date a boxer now? I'm married and I've been with my husband for over 20 years and I have 5 children. So no, I would never date a boxer. My relationship with boxing is a 100% professional one, and I like to keep it that way. I love the boxers, don't get me wrong, because they're characters, they're good people. I get on. I'm a bit tomboyish myself anyway. But yeah, nah. And even if I was single, hell no. Let's have a look. So that was that question. Any word from Dillian? Nah. He's obviously on a low profile. He's got to sort out what he's got to sort out with his test. But Hellenius failed his test. I mean, I said he might as well, Joshua might as well have fought Dillian at this rate with these test results. That Hennessy kid was going for it then, but the other kid's coming back. That's on the Boxer Show. While Tony Bellew, Ant Carroll, and Ade Oladipo do comms on the zone. Hey Red, great interviews this week. On another note, just want to see the young boxers come through, some real personality, and see them build their and warm welcome to you, Kerry. And I agree with you, because all of us have got personalities. All we've got to do is just let it show. That's it. And people they'll warm to you. Or all right then. They'll like you or they won't like you. Just like how we are in life. Some people we like, some people we don't. It's one of them. But that's how you build your fan base. But if I see you hitting the pads or just doing something in the gym all the time, I expect you to do that. You're a boxer. But if I see, say for example, I see a boxer showing me how to make cookies or going out with their nan or doing something that you wouldn't expect them to see, it shows a different side to them, a more personal side to them. So it's not what's expected. So yeah, I agree about building the profiles. Eddie's. I love this guy right there. Let me get to him. Mr. Orling, we need more prospects fighting tougher fights. Then people will come to undercards more often, yeah. And that's up to the fighters to encourage their ticket buyers to support boxing on a whole and not just come and watch their fights. Make it a night out, get them involved in the sport as well. I agree. Yeah, look at this. Mr. A. I've got to shout him out. He really makes me laugh. One day, I might actually meet him. Who knows? He might pop up at a show. Eddie's married, but still dates a boxer. I reserve the right not to comment on that. But yeah, Mr. A. Shout out, Mr. A. Right, who do I think's going to win? I think Linares is going to give Jack Catterall a good go because he's experienced, and in boxing, we've seen it. We experience is something that just can't be bought, and that's why we kind of like rave on when somebody's got this kind of like amateur pedigree, or you're going in with a fighter that it might be a journeyman, but he knows how to survive, or she knows how to survive in a fight. But I think Catterall's going to do it because he's fresher. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jorge Linares really starts going for it and causes some problems. With LEWAL and Isaac Chamberlain, LEWAL is tough and he can bang. He can really whack. But Isaac is more experienced. That's the only fight where I don't really know. I'm edging towards experience with Isaac, but Isaac needs to be careful because LEWAL, he can really whack, but it's cruiserweight division, in it. Let's have a look. RC VJ saying I'm going to call it unpopular prediction. I've got Linares winning late stoppage. See, it's one of them, isn't it? You just don't know. Yeah, 20 years of being together, Jam Down. We ain't been married for 20 years. No, but nobody deserves that. Yeah, I'm old. I'm very old. I keep telling everybody. I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm not going to start giving the industry age. I'm 46. I'm nearly 50. Do you know what I mean? So I'm quite old. I don't need to be young and beautiful. You've got plenty of young and beautiful all over Instagram. I'm just somebody that loves boxing and loves speaking to people about the sport and learning about the business and just having conversations with people. That's it. I'm not here to be anything other than I am. Let's have a look. Might as well, mate. AJ. Nah, we want Dillian White versus Jarrell Miller. That's a fight I want to see. 100%. Was she in nursery? Oh. Yeah, Mr. 8 is funny. I do like him. He cheers me up. He really does cheer me up. Good fight on Sky, your channel definitely helps promote the boxers. Might end up big time for misfits. Yeah. Like I said, like I've like spoken a lot with Matty Harris. Matty Harris lost because to me he wasn't fit. And then people like that, they'll laugh because he's quite a little cocky person, and that's who he is. But I don't turn my back on fighters when they lose because I'm not obsessed with fighters having like this O next to their name. He messed up and he messed up early in his career. Sandy Ryan, she lost early in her career as well. It's about what it takes for a fighter to go back to the drawing boards, realize where they went wrong, and can they fix it? We've seen Sandy Ryan come on leaps and bounds and really learn her lesson. The next test is going to be the same for Matty Harris. I get on with these fighters. You get to learn their personalities, and you in some ways you've got maybe relatable. You can relate to them in some ways. I'm not one of these that like jumps all over you because you're going to be the next star, or you've got a zero. No, I don't care about that, because character over everything. character over everything. Yeah, that's just the way I am. Um, let's have a look. Would love to see. You know, I was on one of their lives. They were the first people before I went on Undefeated podcast. I went on the Fight Is Right first. I was a massive, massive supporter of Spencer Fearon from back in the day and Tunde. But I think Tunde's a bit upset with me because I said I rated Joshua Boatsy above Anthony Yard. So I think he was a bit upset with me. But Tunde is a lovely man. He really is. And so Spencer, they're good people. So for the sake of boxing, Chamberlain needs to win because LEWAL is the death of boxing and that division. You reckon? Oh, thank you very much, Joseph, for the $2. Red knocks out Charlie Parsons in 3. Charlie Parsons is doing a very, very good job. He's built up an excellent rapport with Eddie Hearn, and they've got that on camera relationship, similar to how Coogan and Eddie had that relationship. Yeah. Charlie Parsons, the young, fresh, green kid. Absolute massive credit to him. You've got to give them credit. Do you know what I mean? Because look how old he is. He's 20 and look where he is already. By the time he's my age, he'll probably have his own TV show and all sorts. So absolute credit to him. Linares passed his best age against him 5 years ago. He would have schooled Catterall. Yeah. I use special lotion. You man. I use special lotion with lots of vitamins and minerals in it. And a key ingredient is pineapple. Yeah. White versus the Battle of the Juicehead. I still think it's a good fight. I hope. Oh my God, where's this violence come from? I hope base Dex Parsons. He's such a. Eh, Can we leave Charlie Parsons alone, please? Let him do his thing. Everyone can do their thing. Tunde is sensitive. He is, but he's sensitive because he cares about his fighter. So I can't knock him for that. Wood Warrington was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic fight. I love that fight. Yeah, I got it from my mom. My mom, she never really aged either while she was still here. Oh my days. Do you see this guy? Why are you like this? Can we shout out Mr. A for being like the top troll? I can imagine him at home laughing, saying, "Look at these bunch of pricks," while I put all of this stuff up. He's funny. Oh, here we go. Look, the undercards. White versus Miller, Ben and Tete, part of the undercard. It's gonna happen, isn't it? People are gonna say what they're gonna say. It's boxing. Yeah. Good old pineapple. Anyway, off the subject of skincare and me being ancient, let's get back to boxing. So what's happening with Hennessy Jr. versus Laws? It's still going. Looks like it's a bit of a toe-to-toe battle here. I need to take that pineapple comment off here because people that are just joining the chat will just wonder what the hell is going on. Yeah, Mr. A don't care, but I like it. Jack's the same. Jack's been quite tame. So Mr. A and Jack are the two that stand out. My favorite trolls. Here we go. So who's this kid in the ring now? Right, so Lawsy and Hennessy are still going at it, round 6. Oh yeah, you're right. Harley Ben. That fight, it didn't happen, did it? I don't know why. It was just that that fight wasn't happening and they got Lawsy in at last minute. Let's have a look. Oh right, okay. I can't remember who this fighter is on DAZN. I did see him at the presser. Yes, base, quite well said. Yes, please. Yeah, smash the likes. Does that actually do anything? Because you know I'm not bothered about likes. I'm really not bothered about that. Like I said, I'd sit in here and talk to myself for 3 hours. It's not even that deep because I would be doing it anyway because I'm watching the boxing. I just thought I'd go live. Um, Joseph Parker then. What we're thinking about him, he's fighting. I nearly went to say Dempsey McKean again. It's not. It's Keane. Somebody called Keane. What are we thinking about Joseph Parker? Because he went life and death with Jack Massey, didn't he? And obviously we saw what happened with him with Joe Joyce. And Joseph Parker's still young. He's still young. I think, is he just turned 30? He's a young fighter. He was world champion at 24. Oh, it does help. Okay, it helps the algorithm. All right then, I don't know. Sky and gang are still tight-lipped about Adam Smith. I think he was off with stress, wasn't he? He was having some time out. He was suffering with a bit of depression and stress, and everyone reacts to that differently. Sometimes, I mean, look, we all know somebody that's had some sort of depression, and sometimes it's the ones that you see laughing and joking and smiling and happy, and then the next day you hear that they've done something to themselves and they're no longer here. Depression's a bit of a weird one. That's why I don't really like to comment on it, because everybody experiences things differently. Do you know what I mean? I've known people that have killed themselves or suffered from severe depression, or people that look like they're really happy, but on the inside they're crumbling. Yeah, I tend to keep out of that one. And that's why when people say, oh, Tyson Fury's pulling the mental health, no, he's not. I do think that because he's proper up and down, he is. Let's have a look. So I don't know exactly what's happened with Adam Smith, but I just know that he was, had a bit of, he just wasn't well and having some time out from the boxings. I'm sure somebody tweeted that he was at the Misfits with his kids, though. I might be tripping, but I'm sure I seen somewhere on toxic Twitter that he was out with the missus and kids. Parker Hergovich. That could be a good fight because they both like to. Well, Hergovich, do you see what he did to Dempsey McKean with them punches at the back of his head? Dempsey McKean did not know what day it was when he was He didn't even walk back to his corner. So yeah. Yeah, based with the facts. Parker is fighting Simon Keane from Canada, 6'5", fairly good power, but limited. Okay, so you reckon that Parker should get that one then? Oh, okay, that kid's just knocked down. I'm terrible. The home fighter's knocked down the away fighter on the DAZN card. Yes, I think. Yeah, maybe. I wasn't paying much attention to that. Adam Smith was good for Sky Sports. To be honest, I feel like he was Ben Shalom's back. I don't know how to take that. So I think he was very good. Obviously, he's good. How many years' experience has Adam Smith got in boxing? He was really good. Mr. Lemon, that's a fight strictly for boxing hardcore. Won't be a great watch. These skinny youths. I'm missing this. Yeah, money. Money, the root of all evil. Okay. Ice Chips, welcome. And shout out to O'Neil Marston as well. Adam Smith was defo at Misfits. Fair enough. I went tripping then. Jack Turner is a little bomber. Oh yeah, he's going in. Red shorts. Thanks for telling me his name, because I'd moved the screen with the running order. Meanwhile, Hennessy and Lawsy are still going at it. It was 2:00 in the morning, and some say they were still carrying on. Anyway. Oh yeah, that Turner. Yeah, he's catching the chap with some clean shots. Looks like I'm watching Misfits. This chat is more entertaining than the fight. Only Dawn 4 could say that. Sky needs Adam Smith back. Yeah. Let's have a look. Skyliner. Shalom the schemer says his days are numbered if he carries on in the same manner. What manner would that be? Skyliner. What has Ben done that has pissed you off? This kid Turner looks as if he was an extra in Lord of the Rings. Oh my days. Why would you say that? And I've just read it out. It's not me that said the comment. So yeah, anybody that's looking back, yeah, I wouldn't say that. I try not to insult fighters. The only fighter that I've ever took the mick out of was I walk this earth like a god. Him. Because I'll never forget that. And that is the only fight I've literally took the mick out of. Because I don't usually do it. What's happening with Okolie and Billam Smith? Now, that is a really good question, Ice Chips. What happened? Lawrence Okolie signed a really big deal to go to Boxer and Sky. It was rumored he was going to be the face of Sky Sports Boxing. Then he had a comeback fight, his return fight, or his Sky Sports Boxer baptism fight with David Light, which was a Lawrence Okolie fight, as we know Lawrence Okolie to fight. So then, guess what? He wins that fight. So he's had his first. Was it a voluntary? Or was it a mandatory base? I need you on that one. I can't remember. Then he moves on to Chris Billam. And Chris Billam, being from the same gym, having the same trainer, I knew it was a bad idea. And in the meantime, Richard Riatport was supposed to have fought Billam Smith as well, but Lawrence Okolie fought Billam Smith instead. Yeah, so that happened. Then obviously Billam beat him. There was a rematch clause, but was it immediate? Was it immediate? Was it an immediate rematch clause? Can we say that? Because yes, he should be rematching him, but I believe the 3 fights were Light, Billam, and Richard Riatport. Now, I personally think that Boxer, all right then, you had the Creed issue with Okolie and Riatport. That was a perfect time to really build and capitalize on that fight. So much has happened, and they've lost out on potentially building a fight that would have been entertaining because of the backstory, because them two, maybe not really liking each other that much and having that tussle. So all of that happened. Perfect time to build the fight. They didn't build the fight. They made the fight with Chris Billam Smith. Okolie lost to Billam Smith. Now where's Okolie? We don't know. We don't know what's happening. But I think they should make Richard Riatport Okolie and then the winner of that possibly fight Billam Smith. Because now we're hearing Billam Smith fighting Masternak anyway. And Masternak's one that stepped aside because Boxer wanted Richard Riatport to fight Jai Opetaia, and we know how that went. And moving on to that, then Jai Opetaia ends up fighting Jordan Thompson. How is Jordan? Jordan's okay. I'm sure he's licking his wounds. I've heard that he's going to go up to heavyweight, and that's what's going to happen to him because he struggles to make cruiserweight. If you're in here listening, Jordan, hiya, because I know you see my social media. Okay, it's mandatory. Thank you. Yeah, it was brutal. Hold on. Right, so that Laws and Hennessy fight went to the death, and I'll be lying if I said I was watching it. So sorry. In and out, but I'm talking to you lot because it's good talking to you lot. I rated Thompson for someone with hardly any experience, so I wonder what Opetaia would do to the rest of them. That's the £64,000 because we're in the UK. That's the question. What would Jai Opetaia do to the rest of the cruiserweight division? I'm going to leave that to you in the chat. Because that's a very, very good question. Masternak is, hold on. Let's have a look. Base coming with the facts. It was an immediate rematch clause, but had a 6 month. Since 6 months gone. What do you mean it had 6 months? So they got statute of limitations on a fight. So what does that mean then? Will the best get the Riatport Okolie fight on? That's what I'd do. I think I'd do that. La la la. La 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 la. Yes, it was immediate. Okoli enforced it. However, CBS said Sky didn't want it. But what is Sky saying in all of this? Have they put out a statement and saying, "Hi, Lawrence Okoli, we do not want you fighting Chris Billum-Smith because we don't believe X, Y, and Z, and this is our reasons why." No, we haven't heard that, have we? I heard Fisher Price is selling baby crib. That's brutal. I'm not going to finish reading that. Masternak still fighting. I remember when he fought Bellew. Yeah, he's I'm sure Toxic Twitter again has said that he might be fighting Billum. Base, is that for certain? Lawrence Okoli triggered his rematch clause quite quickly after the fight, if my memory serves me correct. Right, bastard. Time to get properly involved. Mate, I thought you was involved already. So what is properly involved? Do I need to cut my screen off? Activated it. But it had to be made and done by November. So he can possibly sue Sky for not providing the date. Oh, not another. The last thing Lawrence Okoli needs is more legal troubles. Anyway, he's just put up a poster on Twitter saying he's now going to be on broadcasting on Boxer on, their American partners, Peacock. How the hell did they miss the 6 months deadline? Incompetence from Okoli's camp. Alex W, photographer, thank you. Welcome to you. What got me to be a boxing fan? My mom. I used to watch boxing. I used to watch Mike Tyson with my mom. My mom was a Mike Tyson fan and a Nigel Benn fan. And I used to watch him with her. And she was also a massive Muhammad Ali fan. So I used to watch boxing with her. She died a few years ago. But yeah, I used to watch boxing with my mom. She loved boxing and she was so vocal and loud. Yeah, mom. It was my mom. Or is it that Boxer have messed up? In brackets again. Well, I'm going to leave you to discuss that in the comments because I'm not going to comment on that because we've all got opinions. Like everyone says, arseholes, everyone's got one. Eddie Hearn was talking about Okoli's advisor saying he should pack in advising. Yeah. The grass is always greener, isn't it? Okoli is a burden for Sky and Boaz. Oh, we don't want to hear these things. It is a bit sad, but it's sad for the fighters, because there was potential for a lot of them there, but everything just seems to be a little bit of a mess at the moment. But what I will say to boxers is they're still fairly new. Like I know they're like two years deep now, so there's going to be blips and stuff. And I don't know if we can go all the way back to when Matchroom started. Did they have blips all the way back to when Frank Warren started? Did he have blips in the first couple of years? And remember, there's more competition now, more competition with British promoters. So it's tough. I'm just trying to give a balanced, fair approach so I don't get accused of bullying. Yeah, she would have been because she was she was an absolute diamond. Let's have a look. Eddie says Boxer messed up, but he would say that. And this is what I'm saying. Even if it's true, it's your op, isn't it? So you're not going to be complimentary, are you? Yeah, beats. Let's face it. And beats like bass. They're like voices of wisdom. So I'm going to do that. Let's face it. They're stitching up a Coley. Stitching him up for what, Beats? Oh, my Lord. Yeah. See, you're going to go back now. Let's throw in a bomb. In my opinion, Lennox Lewis was and is the greatest heavyweight of all time. I'll leave that to you to discuss that in the chat. I met Mike Tyson in London when he came over to promote Bruno. I wish I'd met Mike Tyson. I'd love to meet him. I'd like to meet him. A Coley would put a glass eye to sleep. Or as Frank Warren would say, if that fight was in my back garden, I'd shut the curtains. He said that about Johnny Nelson, didn't he? I'll tell you what, with Frank Warren, he's extremely witty. I do like his humour. Skyline isn't wrong about a Coley. Joshua Buatsi will become a burden if he loses or he doesn't take a world. But if you look at it, right, it looks like what did Eddie say that Buatsi was offered? What was he offered? What is it? 1.5 when he was with Matchroom to fight Bivol, but it came with other things that Buatsi wasn't happy. He was staying in contract, etc., etc. So he walked away. He walked away from that money, and then the big sign, come to us, etc., etc. Come over here, and then I think was it Dan Aziz was like was he fight by fight? I'm not sure if he was signed by a boxer. And then Frank Smith crept in and says, "Oh, Dan, do you fancy that fight with Bivol?" And Dan went, "No, I can't really do that. Loyalty and all that." And then obviously Dan has a fight out in was it France or I can't remember. Is it Italy? He had out in Europe somewhere, and then obviously that's when the fight got made. I mean, love Eddie or hate him, but he is very good at predicting things happening. And he said in all his interviews when Joshua Buatsi had obviously parted ways, he's gone over there to fight Dan Aziz. He said that from the beginning. It's like sometimes he just calls things he knows are going to happen, innit? Oh my days, what is wrong with this geezer? Greatest heavyweight of all time, in the opinion of Jack, is Muhammad Ali. And then here we go again with his comments. And I'm trying not to get any strikes or anything on YouTube. Jesus Christ. JB got offered, yep. 2-fight contract, yep. That's what we've just discussed. He's faced 36 ring-rated 10 fighters of his 50-odd fights. Lennox hasn't even faced. Oh, that's the debate that you guys are having in the chat. I like it. Yeah. And then obviously you agree. He's the greatest. Second has to be Joe Lewis. I like Joe Lewis. When you said, would I date a boxer? I think if I was around in the when was it? 1930s? I might have said yeah to that, to be fair. The Brown Bomber. Yeah. Apparently he had lots of women. But yeah, I might have said yes to him, actually. Signature wins. Right, he turned down Bivol, world title fight. Oh. Well, he didn't fight. He hasn't fought Aziz yet, has he? Hey. Let's have a look. Come on, October. Why hasn't Ben shut down the rumours that a Coley won't be fighting Smith? I'm going to repeat that. Come on, October. Why hasn't Ben shut down the rumours that a Coley won't be fighting Smith? Maybe he's got a lot on his plate. Big up Harlem Eubank. Yes, I do agree with that. Saw that on Toxic Twitter. Shout out to Harlem Eubank for bringing Chris Eubank Sr. into his management. I do believe that's a good idea. I do think that's great. I'm happy for Harlem. Harlem's a lovely guy as well. I spoke to him a few times. Lovely, down to earth. And yeah, it'd be nice to see Senior there with his experience and, this time, pass it on to his nephew. It's nice. Mike Tyson was mind blowing. Yeah, he was. He's my favorite. He's my favorite because look, there wasn't any social media then. Muhammad Ali, Brown Bomber, Jack Dempsey. Oh, what's the other one with the gold teeth? The one that used to 1920s. Oh, oh, it's Jack as well, isn't it? Him. No social media, but look at their character, look at their personality, still living on how many years later? Hmm? There would have been some really good boxers back in their day, skilled, but we never really heard about them unless we were purists and historians and went back. And this is what I'm saying about these guys today. They've got to do that because you will remember somebody's character more than you'll remember their achievements. Ali's the greatest sports personality. Yeah. He transcended boxing, but I feel like Lennox beats him. Okay, I never get into that fantasy fight stuff, so I'll leave that to you. Um, Brown Bomber was a terrible name. See, I think you man are done for and Mr. A are the same coin but opposite sides. Yes. Harlem Ben would be wi- Harlem Ben would be, you reckon? Harlem what, Connor Ben or Harley Ben? Harley Ben, the other brother. Harlem Eubank and yeah. Sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. I'm terrible with names. The only thing I can think of is that they're going to give Okoli the biggest bag for his next fight. You reckon? Where's Okoli's brother? He's been awfully quiet. I do like his brother as well. Lovely. That's it. Jack Johnson. Thank you, Mr. Goldteeth. I liked him as well. Mike Tyson never beat any of his contemporary. Yeah. But he was entertaining though, wasn't he? Yeah. Today's UFC card is much better. You know what, Jack? I am going to start watching UFC. I am going to start watching it, but watching it and studying it before I start talking about it. I've watched it casually, like really casually, but I am going to start watching UFC. There's something on tonight, isn't there? So yeah, UFC has but it's because Dana White controls it. There's one promoter, isn't there? So you can afford to do that. In boxing, how many bloody promoters have we got? There's too many. And that is why competition is so stiff. If there was one promoter, can you imagine the fights that we'd have if one promoter was controlling the whole of boxing? Oh, it'd be stiff competition, but so would those fights. Oh yeah, Rocky Marciano. How dare I forget him? Sorry about that. Yeah, Rocky Marciano as well. Okoli is a commercial flop. He stunk the place out more than a locked up skunk in a 4x4 room. Ali used to tease Floyd Patterson, calling him a rabbit. 50 odd years later, Fury teases Usyk, calling him the rabbit. Calls him the white rabbit, doesn't it? Fury is a boxing historian. Fury is an absolute character. And I think he'll beat Usyk. I said it. But I've always said it, though. So those that know me know I've always said it. In the words of Frank Warren, Harley Ben couldn't go 2 rounds in a revolt. Oh my dear God, he didn't. I'm not, yeah. Leon Edwards is UFC middleweight champion from Birmingham, isn't he? Yeah, you know what? I have tried, but I'll try harder because his gym is probably about 5 or 6 miles away from me, if he's still there. But yeah. Harlem Eubank and Conor Ben. I don't think that would be competitive, you know. No. I think yeah. Harley Ben and Harlem Eubank, I'd say, would be a good fight. UFC underpays fighter, yeah. Because there's one promoter, so there's no competition. So it's like, all right, what are you going to do then? Where are you going to go? Bellator. Go on then. Do you know what I mean? All Chris Billum Smith's there. Let me see what he's saying. Try not to get copyrighted. I'm just trying to see if Chris is going to say anything about who's fighting next. Well, he's talking about these fights. He's not talking about anything that's happening with him. Maybe just have to wait and see. Right. Do you think Callum Smith has a good chance against Beterbiev, considering all the injuries to Beterbiev? Yeah, Callum Smith's a good fighter. I spoke to Buddy about that. And Buddy was saying that Callum really likes it on the inside as well. So I was saying I really love Beterbiev's inside work. And Buddy was saying, obviously he's his trainer, but he was saying Callum loves it on the inside as well. Don't think because he's long and gangly that he's going to, maybe stick to his range with Beterbiev, even though I do think that would be the best thing to do. If you look at Callum Simpson, and and I mean Callum Simpson, the super middleweight. Remember Callum Simpson, Dan Aziz, Lyndon Arthur, they've all like sparred out with Beterbiev in it. Even I can't say that I see any remnants with Lyndon Arthur, but Callum Simpson likes to close that distance quickly. So it doesn't matter if you're a rangy fighter, he's always going to try and close the distance and get to you. So the best fight probably will be from the inside, and then it just comes to who the power punch is, because Beterbiev, his shots will break you down, and then all of a sudden you're finished and you don't even know how it happened. Where Callum can probably do that with one or two punches. I don't know. I'm gonna because I'm a Beterbiev fan. I'm gonna say Beterbiev again, and I don't think age plays anything in that. Right, we've got Sam Gilly up next. Oh God, Peter McGrail's in against Mendoza, and we've got Sam Gilly going to the ring. Let's have a look at this. Peter McGrail's a good boxer, and his coach is lovely as well. And because sometimes my head's a bit fuzzy, I forgot what his name is. And I was just speaking to him the other day. He's from the Red Triangle Boxing Gym in Liverpool. Peter McGrail's trainer. Get a grip. But anyway, McGrail, top amateur, all the pedigree, all the rest of it. Tip to be, another star. Let's see, we're on round 1 of 10. So that's just started. Right, UFC is basically the PBC of MMA. They don't do cross-promotional fights with Bellator, PFL. And it's always annoying when people compare one promotion to the whole of boxing. All right then, base. Bring in what the others do good then. The other ones, PFL, Bellator. I didn't know about Rizin. See what I mean? I've got to get up on my homework for that. What's a yardstick to dictate what good pay for fighters? As some would argue, boxers are overpaid, i.e. Spence Crawford paid highly, but Showtime going out of business, not sustainable. This is where you got to find the balance between the two, haven't you? This is about marketing and watching your spending as a business. And basically, I think the revenue in boxing is not as big as it is in the UK, even though obviously the scale of the UK, if you look at it in scale, obviously America's going to be more money, but as in business wise, speaking to some American, Boxing Beats and Rhymes had somebody on his channel from America, and he says that like the UK is like the mecca of boxing, because over there they're more like there are other sports like basketball, American football. That's kind of like their key sports. Where over here it's boxing or football kind of thing. So yeah. Costamato has been around to keep Tyson and managed properly. He would have gone on, but yeah, shame in it. And look what happened to him after he died. Oh, that's you guys discussing in the chat. By the by the way, on a side note, is Shannon right? Yeah, she's lovely in real life. Lovely. What you see on camera is what you see in real life. Professional in all ways and a really, really good fighter. Big things for her. She's super talented. Here you go, VJ seconding that. She's definitely nice. Right, so Sam Gillies just getting in the ring and Peter McGrail, they're on a round break. I'm sorry. I feel like we haven't really been, we've just been yapping. I ain't even been watching the damn fight. Right, Sam Gilly, 29, 17 fights, 116 KOs, 8, only lost 1. Stats on the Sky Sports boxing card. Peter McGrail just getting his gum shield put back in as we speak to step out into round 2. Peter McGrail is tipped as possibly going to be a real top contender in his weight class. He's fighting Mendoza, and I don't know what Mendoza's record is. And Gilly's fighting for a title as well. Better behave with 100% KO ratio. KO in world class guys. There you go. Right, Lewis Green, 31, 19 fights, 116, 10 KOs, and I think it just says lost 3. So, you know, a nice balance. I can't see activity or anything like that because I haven't got the old box rec up. So let's have a look. Right, I'm going to run through Peter McGrail. Dominance, front foot. Nice guard. Looking for the angles. Mendoza's got the high guard as well, looking to come back with something, trying to push Peter back, but Peter's on the angles, pivots off and remains and keeps the center of the ring. Good style there. I don't know if you slipped then. Yeah, he just slipped. Mendoza had a little slip there down on his knees. He's got like a peekaboo style from Gilly's opponents. Gilly's okay to be on the back foot, just flicking out the jab. Not marking his territory, but making sure that he's at a comfortable distance so Green can't get near him to land any impactful shots. So he's moving, circling out to his left. This is Sam Gilly. Peter McGrail and Mendoza. Peter's just finding that jab. Mendoza's dipping every time that he's going into the jab. It's going to have to be timing for this. Peter caught him with something there. Mendoza throwing back a 1-2 combination and Peter ducks under and is okay to move out the way. When he moves out the way, he doesn't necessarily come back with a counter straight away though. He's moving out the way, pausing and then like hitting first again. Early rounds for both of them though. Round 1 finished, but this is round 2, isn't it? For Peter. Yeah. So what are we saying about? I'm not going to talk about the Ngannou fight because it is what it is. You know that we've heard and we've seen the announcements from Alex Krassyuk, Usyk, Tyson Fury, Queensbury, etc., etc. We've seen that Fury Usyk, Usyk Fury is happening. So what we're saying about that fight, I've I've made my opinion clear. I think there's a blueprint to beat Usyk. I spoke to Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew believes that Usyk beats Fury, but I think that Fury beats Usyk. Who's your boxer best prospect? I don't know. Is the honest answer for that. And maybe it's because I'm not looking at them as if I think, oh, you're going to be a world champion. I'm just there trying to document their journeys as they go through the fights. So when, say, if they get to world level, or maybe not, they retire, whatever happens, they can go back to the October Red Library and look at snippets of what they were like during those periods of time through their career. So I don't really look at, because I think, oh yeah, this person could be tipped to be, world champion, unified, undisputed. Things change in boxing. It's such a fluid sport. You can't really call it. So I've stopped looking at fighters like that, and I've just kind of like just honed in on who they are as people. Skyliner, nah, I'm too old. I said to Base the other day, if I was 10 years younger, I'd have a go on Misfits, but not like 46 coming up to 50. Nah. And I haven't got any discipline, if I'm honest. So it wouldn't just be punching, would it? I'd be probably better off having a wrestling match, if I'm honest. I haven't got discipline. I box for fitness, and I've just got no discipline. Um, I can't box for shit. So nah, I wouldn't do it. Maybe 10 years ago when I wanted some money, yeah, but not now. Not at 46, forget that. Fury to beat Usyk, yeah, I'm with you. Hamza Shiraz, I don't feel like, I think that Queensbury doing a good job with Hamza. Because I didn't know who he was. And I think that they get him on commentary. He's always turning up looking sharp and dapper. I still want to see the fight with him and Denzel Bentley, though. Um, Denzel's on that Magnificent Seven. Shout out to that card, because that's a really good card. November the 18th, that's clashing with a boxer show that's in Wolverhampton. So we've got Frank Warren, November the 18th, Ben Shalom, boxer, on November the 18th. So I think, is the Frank Warren one at Wembley? I can't remember. But then the Wolverhampton card for boxer. Chev Clark and John Hedges are big prospects to you. Fair enough. Oh, you know what? Shout out to Michelle Joy Phelps, because she's the first female that got involved in the YouTube boxing. So she's a trailblazer. If it wasn't for her, there wouldn't be a space for me. You've got to give these people respect, and that's why I say the same to about Coogan Cassius as well, because you have to remember, we're all YouTubers, aren't we? I'm not a journalist. I'm a fan with a camera that likes to talk to people. So that's why I never like slag off the YouTube fighters. Do you know what I mean? Because they haven't got any like real qualifications or any accreditations as boxers, but they're doing it. Just like I'm speaking with fighters, just like say for example Talksport, BBC, Independent, Guardian, and they're all like true journalists. That's why I'm not into looking down my nose at anybody. Do you know what I mean? It's just not my thing. Just do your thing, innit? So I've got a lot of respect for people, whether you see me hanging around with them or not, which you won't, because I don't hang around with anyone. But I've got respect for a lot of people. Nah. Don't be disrespectful. She's been around for a long time, and I don't do the disrespect. What's happened with Peter? Right, let's get going. Usyk points win. Usyk, you think is going to get a points win on Fury? Nah, Fury's going to get him. I do think Fury's going to get him. I like Usyk. I rate his boxing, but I think there is a blueprint to get him. You just got to be able to hold him, pin him down. Tyson will finish Usyk inside 9. Put your house on it. Yeah, I think he will. Amateur pedigree always gives you, yeah, and you're right, there is space. There is space for all of us, but you know, you will get come on, if you think about it, if somebody's been to college, they've been to university, and they're like a, you know, fully fledged, that is their qualification, and then they see someone like me bowling into their space, it's natural for them to be pissed off. Doesn't mean I'm going to back off, because I won't, but I can understand it. And that's why I don't tend to like take the piss out of other people, because nobody's better than anybody. A few letters after your name, or just because you're more educated doesn't mean you're more intelligent. Please don't get the two mixed up. And that's why I just kind of like leave everybody to get on with it. You do your thing, I do my thing. You attract who you attract, you repel who you repel, and there's enough space. Just like those words there, there's space for all of us, and that's the way I look at stuff. Makes me mad that John Rivers never got respect for. Yeah. Oh my God. What did she said some crazy stuff, and but she was quite elderly, wasn't she? And then she passed over. But I'm not quite as old as John Rivers, but thank you for the comparison. Yeah. I'm gonna take that off the screen. Yeah. Um you don't run around gossip. Oh, because all right then. All right then. I'll give you some logic. Gossip's funny, and if you want to hear gossip, you go and find where the gossip is, because it's funny. If that's your thing, it's not my thing. Like I said, I'm trying to build like a library, and some of that will contain a bit of humor and a bit of lifestyle and all the rest of it. But I'd rather get out the personality, not like gossip's neither here nor there, is it? So it's just not my thing. But I get it. If you want that, go and look for it. I just don't do gossip anyway. Fury's put pressure on Usyk, then go hard like he did. Usyk will finish with a win for Fury. Yeah, I think if Fury ties him up and just keeps on attacking the body, just because the thing is, Usyk's going to move around, isn't he? We know that. We know what his style is. We've watched his fights now. We admire his fights because he's hard to pin down, isn't he? He's moving about. He's that moving, spinning top that you can't tell what direction he's going to go in. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's an easy fight by any means, because it isn't. We've seen what he does with people. We've seen that. He's a creative fighter. He's light on his feet. He's very fit. He's energetic. He's able to not necessarily throw those power punches, but he keeps on throwing punches. So if Fury ties him up, because Fury will tie him up, Fury can lean on him. I get it, within the rules, and attack the body. That's how I believe that Fury will win. But I could be wrong. But that's what I'm saying. And I don't ever usually do predictions, but I'm quite confident in Tyson Fury. Uh, are you going to do some podcast? Yeah, I'm doing podcasts. I got a podcast section on the channel. I'm upset, Kerry. You haven't seen that yet. I've only done a couple, but there's a podcast section. I am in the process of getting a proper studio set up, and I'm going to start to get different types of guests on. Like I said, I want all sorts of people. One of my favorite channels, I'll let you into a little secret, that I watch a lot of is the Soft White Underbelly. And the chap on the channel gets people off Skid Row, so they're usually drug addicts, and from that side of life, and he speaks to them and he does follow-ups and stuff like that. That's one of my favorite channels, and I listen to his stuff. Don't get me wrong, his tactics are probably not the best, but we get to hear some really, really good stories. I like stuff like that, because some of these people that go through really hard times in their life, even though you might say, oh, it's self-inflicted, oh, they shouldn't have done that, nah, whatever. They've got some really interesting stories, and you'd be so surprised. And psychology is something that I'm interested in, is the things that happen that can happen to you. I'm not saying it is all the time, but things that can happen to you in your childhood have a detrimental effect on your decision making and stuff that happens to you later on in life. So yeah, podcasts 100%, and it won't just be boxing. Jane Crouch, was she on IFL? She wasn't on IFL. Jane Crouch. She was the original interviewer, wasn't she? It wasn't Michelle Joy Phelps, it was her, wasn't it? I stand corrected. But when I started watching it, it was Coogan Cassius, and then later on I saw Michelle Joy Phelps. Oh my God, he said something nice. John Rivers is a legend, a real truth speaker. Shall I just leave this up here for about 15 hours? Yeah, I like boxing, but I'm still learning. I far from know it. I far from know anything. I'm just learning the sport. Callie Sowland is a character. He's a nice man. He's extremely funny. He knows that everybody takes the mick out of him for his thumbnails and all the other comments, but he laughs it off. He's genuinely the type of guy that you could literally go, if you did drink or whatever, you could go out and you know that you'd have an absolute scream with him. To be fair, I haven't met anyone really that I'd say is a twat. Everyone says that about Fury's legs, but I don't know. Jane Crouch said she was paid something like 85 quid for a fuck. £82 too much. Why? Why would you do that? You said something so nice about John Rivers. Use it can't take the attack. Fury. Use it can't take the attack. Fury have Wilder when he's worn down. It's tricky, but guts and balls can do it. Yeah. Star Fox, good evening. Which channel has very interesting what have I missed? What channel has very interesting content? Save people from the streets. Nah, Joan Rivers, well, she was a comedian, weren't she? Maybe she did do a bit of music. I said he would beat AJ, and I got hated on for my opinion. Love AJ, but I love boxing. Yeah, and that's the thing. The thing is, we get so angry, don't we, when like people give opinions like, so what? It's just a difference in opinion. It doesn't mean you've got to start having a big full blown argument about it. You say why you think he's going to win. The other one says why they think their one's going to win, and that's it. No one knows until they fight. So everyone getting in the soft white underbelly. Yeah, I have. No, I'm not going to repeat. Get off, Mr. A. Yes, I have watched that, and no, I'm not repeating the end of that. No, no. Yeah. Usyk wins on close points, 50-50 fight. Okay. Oh my God. I'm not even talking about Callie and the Yayo. What? Is that like personal experience? I'm getting that off. Right, back to back to boxing. But how's his chat ended up in the gutter? Right. Peter McGrail, we are around 6 out of 10. It's really weird because the first few fights, well, first couple of fights on before the bell, they were getting the early knockouts. They were getting knocked out rapid. And now we're starting to see the fights carry on, go the distance a bit. Green and Gilly's on round 5. McGrail's a 10 rounder. Gilly is a 12 round belt fight. Gilly never really looks phased in fights, does he? He's quite a chilled out personality as well. He is. I haven't spoke to the other chap, but yeah, Peter McGrail just looks like he's boxing and moving, and this Mendoza seems quite tough. He's crazy. This chat. It's expected though. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. It's expected. So how many fights? Right. After this fight is Mikhail Lowell, isn't it? I'll be focused on that one. Let me have a look and see who's after Peter McGrath because he's quite high up the card, isn't he? 1 second. Let's have a wee look. Yeah, shout out to Denzel Bentley as well. I was just talking to him about trying to get down to at least the media events for Frank Warren. I'm trying to get Frank Warren on the channel, you know. I'm not having much luck either. Um I really want to get him on the channel, but I'm just not having much luck. Oh, here we go. He hits him. Gilly hits Green with a body shot. He's down. I think it was a right hook to the body. He's breathing. Is he going to count out? Okay, he's got up at the last minute, used his count. 21 seconds left of round 5. He's going. 15 seconds left. Gilly's winding him up, saying, come on, shouting. They're both having a bit of inside toe-to-toe. If Gilly gets him on the same body shot again, he's going to hurt him. But this is just going to, the round's going to end. Let's see what happens. Oh my, Mr. A, I refuse to put that up. What's that about paying 2,000 quid to sit in a dark room? I'd do it 1,500. Yeah. You know, or maybe even 1,250. Do you know what I mean? What happened to Felix Cash? His career's gone downhill. Is he he's not at the Sims gym anymore, is he? He's gone from that gym. Is he still with Matchroom? Don't know. No, I've spoke to Mr. Warren off camera. It's just getting him on camera, isn't it? He's quite polite. He's witty, isn't he? I like his wit. I do like the interviews that he has with Umar. I do. I will listen to those because when he starts raging and he just gets angry, it's quite funny. But he's not been angry for a while because he's had a lot to sing and dance about. Have you noticed that? Because obviously he's in with the Saudi guys now, isn't he? So yeah, because obviously he's lined up Tyson Fury out there, you know. Remember Skills Challenge? Music signed with Skills Challenge, didn't it? And then obviously that's obviously he isn't anymore because is it the King? Is it King Al Sheikh? I don't want to get the names wrong, so I'll just say the King or the Kingdom. Yeah. They've sorted out Fury Music. And it's nice to see. It's nice to see Frank smirking every time the camera goes in his face, because it seems to me what he's done is he's sat back, he's watched everybody, and thought, all right, I'll show you. I'll show you why I've been in this game for 40, 50 years. And he's just got on with it and secured the money over there. It's him and Bob Arum, isn't it, that are doing that deal together. Yeah. So Green and Gilly are still going. Thought Gilly would have got to him, capitalised on that body shot again, but he's just taking his time. I guess there's no need to rush. And Peter McGrath still going as well. Let's get the phone back up. I'm cross-eyed watching these things. And it seems as if this Mendoza's still in the fight as well. His face looks a bit puffy under the eyes, but he's still in the fight. Right. Britt Toffey's over the moon. Yeah, he's got a lovely smile on his face. Have a look at the Undefeated podcast because basically did conversation with Frank Warren last week. Felix Cash is still with Matchroom, but the rumours... silent ban? Where does that even come from? Silent ban? And yeah, I agree, Dazzo, he's proper old school. And I ain't even putting that up. Yeah, so yeah, BBLC would be on it, wouldn't they? It was Tyson and his own team who got the Saudi. Was it? Oh, so it was nothing to do with his promoter? Okay. Let's have a look. It was Fury's manager that hit the deal down. You should have a chat. Who's his manager? Or are you lot being sarcastic? Who's his manager? I'm waiting for someone to pull up A. Davis. What? Why? What's up? I spoke to Gareth A. Davis. Yeah, somebody mentioned that in my comments. I'm waiting for somebody to pull up Gareth A. Davis on his stance on the fury in Saudi. He's changed his opinion about the region since he was adamant AJ should fight. Adamant AJ should fight there. Yeah, I heard that. Somebody actually commented on that. And to be fair, I didn't ask him about that, but I should have done. But if I see him again, I will. Yeah, shouldn't have fought there. Yeah, I know what you mean, Star Fox. Yeah, but who are Fury's managers? I don't know if you like trying to pull my pigtails. I'll speak to Gareth because I have mentioned to Gareth what the boxing fans have said before, or like Gareth's ain't got a problem if you want to like pull him up on something. He's quite open to that because he'll argue with his point, or he'll whatever deflect from it. Yeah, but Fury's a bum. How'd you work that out? Fury needs to surgically remove Gareth. We've all got our favourites. Let Gareth have his favourites. Yeah, Saudi are paying big money. Well, yeah, they are, and I guess that's why the attraction is over there, because fighters can make a lot of money over there. Everyone's securing that. But look at what's happened to Wilder. Wilder's waited around for the AJ fight to happen, and it didn't. And now, when was the last time? His last fight he had was Hellenius. He thought that this AJ thing was going to be done in December because they all thought it was going to be done in December. No, it's not. It's not done in December. So now they're looking at different locations. So Wilder hasn't even been active. Is it a year? When did he fight Hellenius? I don't even know if it's a year. Yeah, money does talk. You're right. Wilder just needs to be active. I from when I don't lace up the gloves and get in the ring, I'm not really going to be calling people bums. You're going to get that everywhere though, aren't you? It's not just boxing. But those Saudi guys have got the money. So I take it I won't be speaking to Tyson Fury's manager. I won't mind speaking to Tyson Fury though. I spoke to Tommy Fury. He was all right. Like I said, very polite and respectful. See, I'm going to have to Google that now, Jason. Wilder one trick pony. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen him in there with AJ, to be honest. I think that would have been a good fight. And you got to think that, Wilder and Tyson Fury had 3 good fights. Even though I believe that Tyson Fury won all 3 of them, there were still 3 good fights. They were really good fights. I weren't bored in any of those fights. I wouldn't call him a one-trick pony because him and Tyson had a good go. Yeah, and I get it. Some people don't like Gareth A. Davies, but you're just not going to like everybody, are you? It's one of them. I did find it funny when he asked Dillian White if he'd had a wash before his fight. Yeah, VJ. Yeah, this. You know what? It's when you get to the point when you're saying, yeah, it's a tough opponent, it's a durable opponent, and it's gone to a points decision. Maybe it's just tough matchmaking by Tom Dallas. Tom Dallas is Matchroom's matchmaker now. He's come over from Wasserman Boxing. Very good matchmaker. Do I like do I like who? Star Fox. So Pure Sim 316, no sim racing, no life. Who do you think's a good boxer then? Because you said Wilder's a bomb, Fury's overrated. Who's the good boxer then? AJ gets a lot of hate. He can cry in a mansion, can't he? It comes with the territory. If you're putting your face out there, just like me sitting on here now with 29 people in the chat, yeah, I'm putting myself out there to be criticised, in it. What am I going to do when I get criticised? Doesn't matter, does it? Not everyone's going to like you, and not everyone's going to say nice things about you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm the one that stands up here barefaced. Anyone can come online with a fake name and a no picture and say what the hell they want. Who's brave? Not them. So yeah, he can get a lot of hate. It's one of them. It comes with the territory. He's a multimillionaire. He's a 2-time world champion. People love him. People hate him. It don't matter. Hey Dylan, you wash. Yeah, that was funny. Mendoza's swinging for the hills. Yeah, he is. He is. And Green and Gilly are still going. Oh, Green caught Gilly with a nice one on the chin there, but Gilly took it. Hard as nails he is. Fury ain't fighting man, he's a showman. So who would you say then? Who do you think's a good boxer out of this generation of the heavyweights that are in the game at the moment? So Thomas has said AJ. Hello, Thomas. Don't think I noticed that before. Some of these comments I'm not putting on my screen because you lot are trying to mess with me. Usyk. Okay. So I take it you think that Usyk. How does Usyk beat Tyson Fury then? No, it's not. It's not KSI. It's my Egyptian artwork from Egypt that I've got in frames. Usyk's a real fighting man, and AJ's got the balls. Okay. Did you not think that Tyson Fury wants to fight Usyk then? Because fair enough, and we've got to take our hat off to AJ. He's fought him twice, and he had an immediate rematch. Went back in there, tried his best. And you're right, Thomas. AJ does get slated for taking risks, but this is like the fickle boxing world that we live in. Oh, hold on a minute. Joshua Boats is there. Hold on, wait there. He's just saying that he's ready. You reckon Fury's scared of music? See, a couple of people have said that. I can't see it, but yeah, a couple of people have said the same thing. Fury's too slow for Usyk. I still think he'll tie him up. And you're saying Usyk will run rings round Fury. Let's have a look. AJ has to fight Wilder and Fury before the end of his career. We do need it. And it'd be nice to see him do it, but I don't know. With things now, I don't know. Baracus, good evening. I've seen the pyramids on Google Earth, yeah. Those are gifts. I've got quite a few Egyptian stuff in my house. So yeah. Fury is a cherry picker. You could say the same thing about Wilder, innit? You've got I understand why you're saying that. I can't argue why you're saying that. And the only way that we can negate any of that is they have to get in and fight each other. And I agree with Baracus. I'll put that up. What is that on your profile picture, Baracus? AJ needs to fight the demons in his head before he steps in the ring. Good debate. Yeah, even though you can look at previous fights and you can try and make assumptions on what will happen, I don't know. I do believe that Fury's got the tools to beat Usyk, but like if you was listening earlier, Usyk is, you know, a very good boxer. We've seen that. We know his style. Oh, is it? Oh, it's from Coronation Street. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Favorite dry humor, yeah. There's some old British comedies. They're circulating on TikTok, but now you can't even put stuff up like that because the world would be in uproar. But the old British comedies that I mean, I think the one that's probably that we get away with is Only Fools and Horses. But there's some of them, like the Catherine Tate sketches. I don't know if you watch that. You just couldn't even. And I admire like really dry sense of humor and British sense of humor as well. But some of those things, I mean, yeah. Let's have a look. I thought he made the demons. Oh my god. No, no, no. We're not going into the gutter. Why all the hate, the social media stuff, spreading their hate? Because people just like to be nasty. You see, it's easy for people to be nasty. And when like one person starts it off, everyone just like jumps on the bandwagon, and it doesn't need to listen to it though, because in the scheme of things, we're nobody to him. We shouldn't even matter. We shouldn't even matter. Yeah, Christopher Brown, welcome. Usyk won't stay around to get leaned on by Fury. He's too mobile. I think Fury gets to him, you know. I know what you're saying, Christopher, but I really think Fury's going to get to him. Nah, Lenny Henry was Black Country. I'm a Brummie. I ain't Black Country. Nah, completely different accents. It might sound similar to you if you're Southern, but nah, I'm a Brummie. Lenny Henry's like Black Country. Nah, that's another language altogether. So no, I can't do that accent. Nah, nah. That's what I mean. Usyk ain't stupid. Fury won't be leaning. I think he'll get to him. I think he'll get to him. I just want the fight to happen anyway. Do you know what I mean? Nah, I can't mimic it. I want the fight to happen, definitely. That's the fight that we need to happen. And guys, you were right. Peter McGrail, was it BJ? Has got his points win. against a very tough opponent. Yeah. WBA Continental Super Bantamweight Champion. Yeah, it is Strictly Desmond's and the real McCoy. I miss all that. Best accent is West Brom. Nah, you're lying, Chris. That's the worst. Fury's too flexible. He knows when to box and when to make it a dogfight. Reminiscent of how Lennox was. He's just he's gonna run at him. Do you remember that time when he fought? Was it the fight? It was the second fight that he had with Wilder, and he literally everyone thought he was going to do the back foot thing like he does, and he just ran at Wilder. As soon as that bell went, he just darted straight forward. Wilder was like, "What on earth's going on?" Yeah, I really hope this fight happens. You know, we need to get the heavyweight division moving. Mendoza was undefeated, so can't complain. Oh my gosh, yeah, the clean air. You got to get a new car. Get a newer car. Get a newer car. You can drive for free. Or use public transport. Yeah, it's spot on. Spot on. Birds of a feather flock together, innit? It's just like schoolboy playgrounds, childish, whatever. Yeah, clean air on the A38. Let's have a look. All Psycho Asylum. Hold on a minute. Hennessy Jr. got exposed, gave Joe Laws 2 weeks' notice and got smashed. Cherry picking gone wrong. You can come again, Pure Sim. Usyk's already planting the seeds of excuse. He said he's got injuries. Oh, he's got some niggles from the Daniel Dubois fight. Yeah, I heard that. All I know is when Fury splatters him, a lot of people are going to have egg on their faces. I'm not a Fury fan, but I think you're right. Fury does get to him. But I believe AJ beats Fury. I'm undecided on that one. I can't seem to make up my mind on AJ Fury. And the only reason why I can't make up my mind on AJ Fury is I think AJ, from what I've seen from the fights that I watch, he relies a lot on his corner, where Fury, he just goes out and does what he does, innit? So I think it's a battle of IQs in that one. And we know that AJ's got that combination punch power. And we've seen what he did with Helenius. Similar stature, not boxing style, but similar stature to Fury with Helenius. But I'm not going to talk about that fight because all I know is that Usyk Fury signed. Usyk's got all the belts. Fury's got one belt. I need to see that first. And then when that happens, then I'll start thinking about other fights. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. The fight is happening. And Usyk gets schooled and left in a pile. Fury will corner Usyk and then unleash. I used to think that AJ beats Usyk, but not anymore. Real boxing fan knows that Fury is not a fighting man. And this is what we need in the chat. We need balanced where people think differently and they're saying why they think differently. I don't want us to all agree in here because it'd be boring. So it's good that everyone's got a different opinion. Excuse me. See, when has Fury ever looked tired or like unfit? He's excuse me. He's not got that Adonis shape of a boxer anyway. But when does he look like tired? He's always running on that Morecambe Beach, isn't he? He's always running. He runs all the time. Yeah, I never seen like Fury cheated when he beat Klitschko. He got caught for peds and then got stripped and pulled out of the rematch against Klitschko. All you Fury fans will eat humble pie soon. He's trolling now. I don't know if they're going to do that though, because Al Heyman said hell no to DAZN, but we've heard strange things. People have said no, and then different things have happened, haven't they? So who knows? They're looking more like what was I saying? They're more thinking about the Amazon deal. Until I see them in the ring, it's not happening. Fury Usyk. Oh, I need this to happen. I'll be so upset if it doesn't happen. Fury was gassed in the third Wilder fight. Do I need to get that up on YouTube and have a look? Still battered him though, didn't he? Would you say that most of Fury fans are casuals? I don't know. I think Fury's been around for a lot longer than to just have casual fans. See, I used to have like my favourites in the heavyweight division, but I don't anymore. I wouldn't say I'm a particular fan of any of them. I just look at the maths behind them and then make my decisions on that. So it's all good. Peter Fury was in Tyson's corner against Klitschko. Game plan that worked. Peter Fury. So much time for him as well. Fury had about 3 weeks training for Wilder 3. Oh, that was after that arbitration or whatever it was, weren't it? That was after all that stuff happened. Well, fans are fans, and you want to back your fighter, win, lose or draw, it. Fortunately, Fury's been all right in that because he's had his O's all right. Fair enough, he's had a draw, but he hasn't had a loss, has he? And that's a debatable draw. You're right. Pass us that water, please. Thank you. Cheers. Sorry, dry throat. Gosh, these pair are still going at it, Green and Gilly. I really need this main event to carry. It's 10 o'clock. Didn't they say that they must have pushed the card back on Sky Sports? Because I'm sure we should have had the main by now. It's 10 o'clock. Usyk's fitness conditioning is the best in boxing, if not. See, boxing training is something else. I've seen obviously Fury do some bits. Usyk's quite closed about his kind of training. We've seen what Anthony Joshua does. When Dillian was about, we were seeing what he was doing. Derek Chisora, another one that does train hard. Yeah, I need the water. The thing is, the water's all the way over. Anyway, the water's just far away. I'm gonna need my charger as well because my laptop's dying. Why does your throat always have to be moist? I'm intrigued. Because mine needs to be moist because I've been talking for 2 hours and 14 minutes. Yeah, flipping heck. This fight's done now. I need to see this Isaac chat. Yeah, sorry, Star Fox. Sorry. It's Dunfor started it. Mr. A, can we please be on our best behaviour? Oh, look, Anthony Yard's in the house dancing. I wonder if he's anywhere near Boatsy. Both fighters take a bow, have a hug it out. Let's have a listen. Skimmed his face. Yeah, it was. Eva, I can't speak Spanish. I know you said Linares, but sorry. If anybody can speak Spanish, I do apologise. I did German and French, and I think they're probably very rusty because that was like 7 centuries ago. But I definitely didn't do Spanish. I did want to learn Spanish though. Yeah, Gilly's all right boxer. He likes to tear up, doesn't he? Tough. He's hard as nails as well. Just waiting to hear the scores at the doors. It's all right. You're nowhere near the cam. I'm not. Let's have a look. You can't, Jack. You can't take you man seriously. You can't. He had a film out called Why Doesn't Ice Melt in the Fridge? Do you remember that? Just don't take him seriously. I hope you still wear the October Red t-shirts. Okay, Gilly's got it. So he's got the title and the new. He's done it. Congratulations to Gilly. Congratulations. Good kid. I'd never know how to gamble. You know what? I need the charger. Laptop. Yeah. Well, I need to put the extension. I need to put the. I didn't realise my battery was going to run down on this. Thank you. Oh, will it fit from the ear? Thank you. SARS, technical difficulties. Hold on. Don't know why that moved. Let's try that. Just check to see if you can hear me. Oh. Just checking to see if you can hear me because I've had some technical difficulties. Bear with. Who's that cheeky boxing pro? Come on, you should have tested this earlier. Shut up. Cheeky bleeder. Let me see if I can get this to work. Let me know if it's working. And you should set up your own live. How about that then? I love people that have got so much to say, but they're not doing anything themselves. Absolute worst. No follow for that. Oh my God, I can't cope. You know what? When you come on and you give constructive feedback, because everyone can have constructive feedback, just don't be cheeky. That's all I ask. Because I'm never rude to my guests. So there's a humming noise. Okay. You know what it was? Because my laptop's fully charged, but obviously it's run down a lot of the charge. So albeit everything's been running fine, it keeps on. Oh, is it all right? There's no. Why'd you do this? Yeah, let me just make sure everything's okay. Remove the throat from the screen. Yeah, feedback is good. But to answer that, all the sound check and everything was fine from earlier, but I've been on for a few hours. And when I plugged in like the charger and stuff, that's when everything just went a bit weird. But I just got to make sure everything's all right. Constructive criticism. Yeah, I will comment on that because I did check it earlier. So constructive criticism would have been, what's happened to your camera? How do you know I didn't check it from earlier? So it's not constructive, is it? You're just trying to be clever in the comments and it's not going to work. Okay. Yeah. So as long as that's all right. Yeah, sorry, laptop battery died and then I started faffing about and then everything come out. But we're here, we're back cooking on gas. You didn't check enough. I'll tell you what. You can go in timeout like a child. Right, here we go. Let me make sure I haven't missed any comments. No, I don't block anyone. I put them in timeout. I don't like to block people because there's no point. I'll just put you in timeout for a bit. Let's have a look. Oh, well, I didn't think I banned them. I thought, sure, it said timeout. Oh, shit. Anyway, timeout is when you just, like, you put the naughty children into a room until they can behave themselves. Right, technique. Catterall's going to break this old man up. We'll see. We'll see how old he is. We haven't got long till we find out either. All right, they're just doing the promo. I thought they was going to announce something in the ring then, but they're just doing a bit of promo. But here we go. Jack Catterall, Jorge Linares, that one's starting. I ain't waiting for because I don't know why that time has literally caught up. Right, here we go. So the opening round, Jack Catterall, as you know, southpaw, comes out, takes the center of the ring. Linares got that wide stance, that bobbing and weaving, keeping his head off the line. Shoulders a little bit raised at the moment, where Jack Catterall looks like he's quite, relaxed. Here we go. Jorge's starting to, or Linares is starting to step into it. I don't want to get his name wrong. You reckon Chamberlain's going to lose? Ooh. Ooh. I was saying about Mikhail's power earlier. Here we go. They're going straight at it from the beginning. Oh, okay. Linares catches him. with a left on the chin, just tapped him there. They both went in for the clinch. Both of them battling for the center of the ring. We like it. Keep an eye on the chat. If Catterall doesn't make a statement here, he needs to give up, you reckon? Linares has got the center of the ring. Looks like he's trying to attack Catterall to the body. I don't know, not trying to slow him down. Catterall seems to be going for the head. You see, you know, flicking out a fainting jab, wide stance, dipping, bobbing and weaving. Catterall's also hitting Linares to the body. Let's have a look. Catterall beat Taylor. Yeah, he did. I was there. Remember that fight? Linares on the front foot. Oh, careful. We had an overthrowing shot there from Jack Catterall. He just went over balance a little bit. It's good. Catterall got him with the 2 on the 1-2. Good. Nice opening round. I like this. It's competitive, and this is what we want to see. It's competitive so far. See, when Catterall comes in, Linares is just like following up with the counters, and not just one counter. We saw a 3-punch counter there. Advertisement? What do you mean advertisement? Right. Catterall will win. Catterall got that big front. Hey, leave us big heads people alone. I've got the Mega Mind head too. Linares had his day years ago. Catterall searching for the uppercut. He's in the pocket. Get out and move. I hate that odds corner. Yeah, who is it? Who is this guy in this odds corner? Because I've seen him a couple of times, and he like just sits there in a cupboard. Why the hell? Blah blah blah. Here we are, round 2. It's quite competitive so far. Both of them haven't necessarily got into range with each other. But yeah, they're fighting for their space. Linares showing his experience here, I'd say. He's taking the center of the ring. You know, he's confidently throwing his shots. I like Jack's defense, though. Jack's defense is okay. He reminiscent to what he did with Taylor. When he'd come in with the 1 and the 2, and he'd duck. Jack would duck and then come back with something. So I do like his defense. Okay, you're out of timeout. Just behave yourself. Yeah, behave yourself and you're cool. Everyone's welcome, but don't be a dickhead. That's all I ask. Here we go. Okay. Linares, you reckon he'll gas out? Cagey 2 rounds, to be fair. That's better. Better from Jack. Jack's now coming back with the counters. Better from Jack once again. He's just throwing, not really hitting him, and then throwing him with a power shot, just into a bit of a clinch there with the both of them. I don't know, was there a little clash of heads there? You're still talking? It's my channel, so I can be exactly how I like. I'm asking you to behave yourself. So that's what you need to do. Behave yourself or piss off. That's it. I can be oversensitive. I can sit here crying if I want. It's my channel. I can do what I want. You're coming into my space. Have some manners and respect. That's what I'm saying to you. If you can't do that, go. It's just that simple. Trying to watch boxing. And I'm trying to interact with the viewers that are giving something back about the fights. Yeah, bye. Right, okay, here we go. Okay, end of that. Linares back in the corner. He's got Ishmael Salas. As you know, Ishmael Salas was out with Joel Joyce the other day. I don't know if you've watched that, but have a listen to the conversation I had with Ishmael Salas. He speaks about Joel Joyce and obviously the sparring that they had. And long and short of it, he just said Joel Joyce lost to the better boxer. Oh, Jack caught him with a lovely backhand. Oh no, it's not a backhand, it's a jabby southpaw. Little bit of a clash of heads there as well. So now I've got the two events on at the same time, which I was hoping to avoid. Let's have a look. You reckon he's giving Linares respect? Yeah, established a jab. Oh my God, the two fights are on at the same time. This is what I was. Here we go. Isaac's doing his ring walk. Oh, right. Okay. He hasn't got the stilettos on at the moment, though, has he? Oh my God, I'm getting nervous about this fight with Chamberlain and LEWAL, you know. Right, here we go. Jack's starting to look more. He's starting to control this fight by the looks of it. I've got to not watch the ring walk out because that's not important. So back to Catterall, Linares. Let's have a look. He doesn't look uncomfortable in there. He's comfortable with his opponent. Like I said, Jack's got some really nice defense, the way that he'll slip under the shots. I just won't mind him like slipping, like rolling and coming back with the counters, and really forcing Linares back. But you see that, and then Linares would just come at him and he's forcing to get into a clinch. Yeah, even though I can't listen to the commentary because I don't want to get copywritten, Sonny Edwards is spot on. I always get nervous with fights. I'm happy that I'm not happy. If it was Joshua Buatsi Dan Aziz, I'd be even worse. Jack will overpower him by round 8. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's looking quite confident in there, isn't he? Let's have a look. Oh, LEWAL's walking out now. Oh, right, here we go. Sonny needs to sort his sinuses. Oh, bless him. Bod's fishnet, Salas stilettos. What the hell's going on in boxing? I blame Oscar. Bless him. Oscar. No, Sonny Edwards is going to win. Yeah, Catterall's got a good. I like the way Catterall moves. I love the way he moves on the canvas. He's nice on his feet, man. He doesn't look uncomfortable either, which is a good thing. They both threw a shot then. Chairs out, getting ready for the bell to go. I don't even know what round we're on. Is this round 3? End of round 3? Stop. I'm going to put normal comments up. Yeah, Sonny's quite slippery. I remember he fought the Nicaraguan fighter the other day. That's really, really good. Sonny. Oh, I can't remember. There's the brothers. One's got short hair and one's got the ponytail. I think he fought the one with the ponytail. Really good boxers. Oh my Lord. I got to keep 2 eyes. Right. I'm going to have a round off Catterall Linares. So guys, please feel free, fill up the chat and debate that. When the bell goes for round 1 for LEWAL Chamberlain, I'm going to go on to that round. So Isaac Chamberlain, Taylor the Tape, 29, 17 fights, 115, KOs 8, lost 2. Okay, 29 years old. Bloody hell. I didn't realise Isaac was still so young, 29. Because it seems like he's been around for forever. Former IBF Cruiserweight International. I didn't know that either. 2 eyes. I like this. Round 4 of Catterall Linares. Catterall's really okay. He's doing the same thing. He's peppering Linares' face with that 1-2, 1-2. He did the same thing with Josh Taylor. I wouldn't be surprised if Catterall drops Linares maybe about round 6. He'll probably get back up, but I wouldn't be surprised if he drops him. I'm seeing the same patterns here. It's going to be a great fight. Yeah. I don't know, Nyren, and welcome, by the way. We were talking about this earlier. I don't know, because Chamberlain's experience and the, you know, the really good competition that he's been in with should put him in good stead. But you've got to be careful with LEWAL. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that Skyliner. We spoke about that in the conversation that we had as well. Oh, okay. Linares coming back with some combinations for Jack, but Jack still looks unfazed, still flicking out the jab. The only thing, you know, when Catterall flicks his jab out, he really like leans over into the shot. Here we go. Right, okay, I'm taking a break. Right, here we go. Round 1. Mikael Lewal, Isaac Chamberlain. That's funny. They look quite similar in height now and stature. I mean, well, Mikael looks bigger, as in wider. Isaac's managed to touch him first, albeit you know, a touch to the body, still touched him first. Mikael looks like he's okay with being on the back foot. He's moving. You know, nice old stance, old boxing style stance. Okay to take the touches to the body. Looks like he's got quite long levers as well. Mikael Lewal, what are we saying? Lewal will catch Chamberlain. Linares is up in his way. Is he? Chamberlain will drop hands and get caught. What channels? Chris, DAZN for the Catterall. So I'm watching that on the app on my phone, and then I'm watching Sky Sports for the other fight. Here we go. Okay. Okay. LEWAL looks like he's going to try and get Isaac with an uppercut there. We saw that, and he literally just scraped him by millimeters. Isaac's got the center of the ring. You know, I like it. They're both moving. They're not keeping still. I don't know how long they can keep this up for. Obviously, adrenaline, everything. Round one. It looks like Mikel's tried to go for a couple of shots. He's missing them by inches. Isaac's then landed a body shot and a hook, and has gone in with another hook to the head. Mikel's like clinched on Isaac now. LEWAL's back's against the rope. Ref separates them. We go again. We've got 50 seconds left of round one. Cagey to start off with. Isaac's found the distance. Let's see how the last minute goes of this round. Isaac flicking out the jab, just touching Mikel LEWAL on his head. The flicking jab, not really the stiff prodding jab, but like the flick. When it comes to points so far, I'd say that Isaac's scoring the points. Okay, Mikel is overloading the shots, going for he's looking to knock him out. You can see what he's doing. He doesn't really want to go in there and box. He wants to knock Isaac out. Okay, he's just threw a nice hook, landed on the side of Isaac's face as the bell went. Round one done. I'm going to give that round to Isaac. What we saying, guys? Who are you giving that round to, and how's the other fight going? What we saying? I've got to turn the volume down. Don't want copyright. Right, here we go. So quickly. Oh, okay. I think Jack's got Linares. He's got him. He's hitting him to the head. He went back onto the ropes. He used the ropes to hold on for dear life there for a minute. What round are we in? If he drops him in 6, I called it, you know. Okay, bell just gone on that one. Bell just gone on this one. Here we go. Isaac looks bulked up. He's definitely filled into his weight. Catterall moving nicely. Control of the fight. Yeah, he wobbled Linares then. Okay. Back to Isaac and LEWAL for a second, because we've got the man in the cupboard on DAZN. Round two. Mikel's going to try and knock him out. That's the only there is no boxing here from Mikel. It's just straight. I'm going to throw big shots and I'm going to catch you with it and get you. But Isaac is boxing, getting some punches in. Mikel on the ropes, trying to tie up Isaac. Isaac's throwing the combinations. Sort of semi-clinched here, moving around. Isaac's pushing Mikel up against the ropes, hitting him to the body, hitting him to the head. The ref is standing by. He's keeping a close eye, maybe waiting to break them to see if they can untangle themselves. Really good. Little cheeky uppercut from Mikel there as well. Nice work. Catterall's in control, is he? Good. What round are we in? 6. Let's see if he drops him. Oh, that was a cheeky shot to the body there from Linares, but I've got to keep an eye on this. Okay, Isaac's really throwing out that jab. Let's see how long LEWAL moves around. Was it Mikel that was in camp with Usyk? Was Mikel LEWAL in camp with Usyk? I can't remember. Ref flicking Isaac to let him go. Isaac's hitting him to the body and the head. They're both in the clinch. Ref separated them again. Let's have a look. Right, they're both jumping in and out of this, aren't they? Okay, that's the first proper jab I saw from Mikhail. That's the first proper jab that he's thrown. Isaac's definitely throwing more punch. Where's CompuBox when you need it? What we're saying in the chat? You reckon Linares keeping out of range? Yeah, Jack does that. He'll just continue. He'll break you down, and he keeps on. It's the 1-2 with him. I remember him doing the same thing, but probably more inside when he fought Josh Taylor, because that, to me, that was the best fight I saw him have. He's not shoulder barging Linares as much, but you know when you say that people break people down to the body, Jack does it to the head. I've seen him do it before. Right. So let's have a look back on that. What we're saying? Who have you got where, winning what? Who's watching what channel? Okay, Catterall's coming. Catterall. Linares is coming back with 1-2 in the center of the ring. Jack's coming back with his. Nice defense from Jack as well, keeping that parry hand just by his chin, both back into the corner. Jack's looking all right. Yeah, he's looking all right. Let me have a quick look at Linares' face before I jump back onto the Sky Sports one. Oh, they're just doing the highlights now, so I ain't going to be able to see it. So, right, straight back to Isaac Chamberlain, Mikhail LEWAL, round 3. 2 minutes 40 into the fight, into the round, sorry. Looking a bit messy, a bit of rumble tumble, bit of clinching, grabbing, holding, but they're still punching while they're grabbing each other. Isaac needs to just pivot, push him off and get back at the range, because Isaac can box, and it's all of this clinching, it just end up tiring you out. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You man, he's not boxing, is he? Yeah, you mean with Linares, Matty? Overhand. Okay. We've seen a bit of jab work from Mikhail. Straight inside with the wrangle tangle again. The clinch, sorry. Cruiserweights and clinches. You reckon that Chamberlain's going to gas? I don't know, you know. Okay. Mikhail's doing some inside work, throwing uppercuts. He's on the ropes. Isaac's in front of him. Once again, the clinching. What Mikhail's like, getting those uppercuts in. Isaac's there, uppercutting, hitting. Isaac throwing pure combinations. He's going for it. When you're talking about gassing, what round we're on? Round 3 of 12. Isaac's hitting him to the body, hitting him to the head, uppercuts. Let's have a look. The ref keeps on slapping him to break. Inside fighting. It's getting messy. Definitely. It's messy, but it's not a boring fight. So I'm looking there. Yeah, up the gears. They said that last time when Catterall fought, that he needs to like up the gears. Who did he fight? Was it that Farrell geezer that fought earlier? Farrell? Can't remember. He fought someone the other day and they were saying just up the gears in it. Let's have a look. He's on about getting tired now, yeah? Let's have a look. Mikhail looks all right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what Johnny's saying. Hope I don't get. Okay, Johnny's favouring Isaac so far in the rounds. What are you saying, guys? While them lot are yapping, Vidal Riley's just jumped on Anna Woolhouse in between the two of them doing her bit. Linares is starting to fire back by the looks of it, but let's have a look. Jack looks cool. He doesn't look phased. Let's have a look. Well done to the ref for allowing Chamberlain to box on the inside, yeah. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, allowing both of them to box. Chamberlain looking a bit gas, can't lie. Ooh. Oh. Has Linares got a cut to the eye or swelling? Right, okay, back to the Chamberlain fight again. The LEWAL fight, apologies, he's a champ, isn't he? Let's have a look. Yeah, getting a bit clinchy again. Ref separating them again, straight on the inside again. But they're both trying to fight on the inside. I think it's Mikhail that just keeps on holding on to him. I can't even say that it's Isaac. Do you know what I mean? Then one starts, then the other starts. Right, Matt is saying that he's giving Linares too much respect, need to step up the pace. Let me start putting the chats on the screen again. Apologies. I'm not embroiled in this now. What are we saying then? Yeah, those guys are just clinching, but fighting on the inside. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look. Isaac's chin's gone up, hasn't it? Needs to get that oxygen in. Let's have a look. Well, he didn't drop him in 6. I got that wrong. Let's have a look. Super! You've been watching Man. Oh, see, I don't understand football, but yeah, I get it. Football's priorities. I've only been here for like 800 hours, so now I won't worry about it. Yeah, it is a bit clinchy with Isaac and Mikel. Let's get some boxing done now. Cruiserweights in there clinching. Oh, as I look, Jack Catterall and Linares are clinching as well. Refs just separated them. The ref ain't having none of it on that card. He's getting right in the middle of it. Okay, round gone for the Sky Sports card. Isaac walks back to his corner. Let's go back to down, up. Mikhail LEWAL's telling him attack the body, attack the head. Just keep it basic. Up, down, down, up. Okay. He's asked 4 rounds. I've got 4 rounds. Or I've done 4 rounds. Yeah. And this is LEWAL's corner I'm talking about. Joshua Boazzi in the audience. No Dan Aziz though. Obviously he's resting his back in it. Okay, Catterall back in the corner, bit of reddening under his right eye. It doesn't look like anything too bad, just a bit of reddening. Yeah, they haven't even put the metal on it. Not yet, anyway. Flicking the jab, 1-2. Jack's kind of like chasing him around the ring with these shots, though. Doing some good work here. I've missed that. Watching the other fight. Got some nice combinations coming in from Jack Catterall. I'm just watching the replay. LEWAL's corner needs to come up with a game plan. Have you got it? Have you got it done for? Let's have a look. Gone a bit messy. Catterall steps off, and then boxing. Back injury. Yeah. We wish him a speedy recovery, and we're sorry that the fight isn't happening, and we look forward to the fight being announced again in the future. Yeah. Speedy recovery. Yeah, these pair again clinching. We'll start watching the boxing on Catterall, Linares again. I need to see some boxing. The clinching gets a bit tedious after a while. Yeah, let's have a look. Catterall still has that defense, using his shoulders, keeping that chin tucked, throwing the 1-2. I don't know why Linares looked at the ref then. I don't know if I missed something. Catterall caught him with a 1-2. Good experience though. This is really good experience. We're around 9 of 12. A really good fight for Jack after such a halted career since up down career since lockdown. Good fight though. I'm not complaining about this. Not complaining. See, when he goes to throw that shot to the body, Linares pushes it down and it pushes the hand down so it can't land where he wants it to land. Because obviously Jack's looking to probably land that in the center of the chest where the solar plexus is, just get him so he can't flip and breathe. So, we've seen that experience with Linares, and that's what you can't buy. To have been shared the ring with so many different fighters, you can kind of anticipate what certain fighters are going to do. Linares just fired a 1-2 at Jack, slightly skimming him, not really touching him. He's doing it again. I think he got caught with one. Again, Jack slips, but when he slips, I want him to see him come back straight with the counters rather than just slipping and then flicking out. Just come back with the counters. Let's have a look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be interested to listen to the post fight, Matty, what they say. Do you know what I mean? I've got 30 seconds left in round 9. The bell's just gone for LEWAL and Chamberlain. Let's have a look, see who wins the round. I haven't been, because I've been to-ing and fro-ing. What can you put the scores in here? What you think the scores are in the chat, please? Linares caught Jack with one then. They've gone inside now. Okay, talking about upping the gears, and the bell's just gone. Fighters back to their respective corners. Let's have a look. Gavin, which one's been a terrible fight? I'm watching two. Which one, Gavin? Linares has got a cut on the left brow. Don't tell me about I've got low battery. He's got a cut in the eyebrow of his left eye. Yeah, which one? Which one, Gavin? Right, okay. Round 6 of 12 for LEWAL, Chamberlain. Both of them, center of the ring, moving. LEWAL still throwing those wide shots. Right, you've got Isaac up 4-1. Okay. So what about the other one? Anyone can score the Catterall fight, please. It'd be very much appreciated. Okay, LEWAL walked onto a couple there. Isaac's now really putting those hooks in, hooking him to the body and the head. Mikhail comes in for the clinch. Yeah, his arms are all over the place. Here we go. Round 10 of 12 for Catterall and Linares. God, is this gonna go to points? I was hoping that Jack was gonna stop him, you know. So you got Isaac up 4-1. No one not scoring the Linares fight. I've got Jack winning, but like I said, because I've been up and down, not watching the rounds properly, but still competitive. It's not one-sided. Let's have a look. I've got 20 quid. See, I don't understand betting. I'll leave that to you. Only way Chamberlain loses is if he tires. Happy 45 man, welcome to you. Let's have a look. I'll put that up there. Isaac's really throwing in some shots my way. Yeah, let's see what Anthony Yard's saying. Yeah, Isaac Chamberlain's boxing. Yeah, he's saying Isaac's controlling the fight. Oh, thank you very much, Super. Thank you very much for the super chat. Super chat from Super K. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Dankeschön. Okay. Right, here we go. Rounds just finished for Catterall, Linares. They're back to the chairs. Let's have a look. Round 7 now. Round 7 of Mikhail LEWAL and Isaac Chamberlain. Let's have a look. Viewers' verdict. They've got Chamberlain winning as well, more or less on the same page that we're on in here. Yard and Buatsi in the same arena. Bit of redness on Jack's face, but I need to see Linares' face. Let's have a look. See in the corner. He had a cut last time. Yeah, the only way that Mikhail LEWAL wins this is by KO, because Isaac will win this on points, like the better boxer in it. Showing more boxing. Sometimes, like the majority of the rounds can look a bit one-sided, if I'm honest. Yeah, Mikhail like really struggling to fight on the inside. So him take a big deep breath then. Isaac's been in these long fights though, hasn't he? He's been in these long round fights. Catterall letting Linares come on to him, back him off and use the jab. So what you're saying is the table's turning for that fight? Oh. Round 7 of 12, come on. Right, okay. I'll go back onto Catterall because we're in the final, couple of rounds for them now. So I need to turn this down because I'm going to get flipping copywritten. Yeah, Linares is still in this. It's coming forward with quite an aggressive 1-2, parrying some of the shots that Jack Catterall's trying to come in with. Jack Catterall's trying to get into the body. Linares is pushing his hand down so he's not getting to land the shot on his body. Flicking the jab back out, 1-2. Can't land to the body. Jack's trying to land to the body, but he can't. Linares there with a 1-2 and then come in with the hook combination. That's 30 seconds left in round 11. It's championship rounds, guys. Ooh. Don't know if Linares held him down there, but he got Jack to the body with a shot. What I can't think how many rounds maximum as LEWAL done. See, Isaac's there peppering him with the jab, but anyway, hold on, just watch that quickly while they're not in the corner. Yeah, Isaac's grown in confidence, but he's got to be careful because my man still packs power, so don't get caught slipping. Once again, straight back into the clinch. The ref's smacking them to separate them, but still allowing them to try and get loose from each other. I was in one of Isaac's camp when he was going to fight Chris Billam-Smith, I think it was, and saw some of the inside work that he was doing, and it was quite good. He's got good stamina, Isaac has. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Mikhail got him with a nice uppercut on the inside then. The uppercut is there for LEWAL, but he's not setting it up. He got him with it then, though, on the inside. Did you see that one, you man? Okay, we're in the 12th and final round of Catterall Linares. Good fight. I think obviously Jack will get it, you know. I can't say that I've scored it properly because I've been watching in between the two fights. I don't know how you guys have got that fight. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he has come out blazing in the last round. Jack makes you like fighters look ordinary. Yeah, it's because he's got a relaxed style, hasn't he? I'm literally scared to look away from this cruiserweight in case power punch just comes in out of nowhere. When I know that, what, 1 minute 30 seconds left of Catterall Linares. I'm going to safely say that's going to go to points, but you never know. Yeah, knockout is the only way Mikhail's going to win this. Yeah, a minute left. And you're right. Linares has upped his work rate. He's come and earned his money, hasn't he? I'll ask the question after this fight's done. Isaac put some good inside work in, man, with those hooks. Bang. That was a lovely hook. Just like on the top of the ear, not quite the temple. Just looking at the way LEWAL's blinking. I don't like his blinking. Why is he blinking like that? Did you see that? It's like he's squinting. If them headshots are taking their toll on him, you know. Let's have a look at his eyes. It's all right. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. So the fight's over now with Catterall, Linares. Ishmael gives Catterall a nice, lovely hug. The respect paid to both corners. Sam Jones in the ring paid his respects as well. Eddie Hearn in the ring. Verbal marathon. So, yeah, lots of respect there for real. Hats off to Catterall. Yeah. In fairness, Catterall's game plan worked perfectly. Not risk getting caught by an ex-world champion. Yeah. Boxer, innit? Boxer. They do say boxing wins unless you get knocked out early. So what we're saying, guys, what do you think is next for Jack? You know, you're looking at, you got Haney and Prograis fighting next. What do you think about that fight for Jack? How do we think that goes? All right, let's have a look at these pair. Round 9 of 12. This will probably go the distance as well. Isaac Chamberlain points win. Unless Mikhail knocks him out. But Isaac's tough. Isaac really is tough. Throwing in the body shots. We're getting a good variations of shots from Isaac. Mikhail looks tired, but he's swinging now. Backed into a corner. Bit of toe-to-toe. Watch the head clashes, boys. Uppercut coming in from Isaac. Uppercut just scraped Isaac's face from Mikhail. A lot of toe-to-toe fights here. Toe-to-toe. Bell's just gone. They both look tired, to be fair. A lot of toe-to-toe action, though. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Good night's work for Catterall. He moves on to big fights. Let's see how he gets on with it. Oh, look, bless him. Congratulations. I won't play it because DAZN are like mad crazy with their copyright, so I'll have to listen back to this after. It's a good thing about the app. You've got the rewind button and you don't have to record to rewind it. I do like that. What's this, round 9? Can't remember. LEWAL's come out quick. Oh, sorry, round 10. I do apologise. Straight away, back in the clinch. That ref must be going bonkers. No problem. Thank you very, very much for joining in the fun, Jason. You enjoy your evening, and I'll see you soon. Clinchy, clinchy. Got a messy 2 rounds. Messy 2 rounds left with these, but if it carries on like this, Isaac, bit of toe-to-toe inside work from both of them. They like to throw those uppercuts inside. They've got to have solid chins for that, man. Close range. Jack is stronger than both, but Haney has skills. But if Jack catches Haney with a big shot, it's over. Interesting take. It's very respectful after this fight. Very respectful. Look at the 2 men there just having a chat. I do like that. Sportsmanship, very good sportsmanship. That, you know, imagine you can like knock 7 shades of shit out of someone and then just like have a chat with, yeah, how do you think that went? Yeah, I think you caught me with it. It's crazy. And this is the thing, what makes the sport so magical. Good night, Matty. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. The kind words of support, all of yours. Very, very much appreciated. Let's have a look at these pair. I didn't think it was going to go on so late. Just think about it. Boxer had 4 fights on the card, and that one's still going. And Matchroom had about, I don't know, how many fights did they have? 8, 9? And they're finished. I'll be doing the same thing next week anyway. For those that are still left in here, I'm going to be doing the same thing for Fury and Ngannou next week because it's a good card. So I'll be doing that. I'm probably going to do it. Maybe I might just do the last 2 fights, last 2 or 3 fights. I don't think I'll be doing another 3.5-hour marathon again. So I'll probably do it from the last 2 or 3. Is Bacoli above Joseph Parker? I don't know. I'll probably do it from there to the top. I don't even, yeah. Because I can't even see the Fury and Ngannou being anywhere near competitive anyway. Right, going into round 11. Oh, he's got John Pegg in the corner. John Pegg's from Birmingham. So I didn't know he had him in the corner as well. So he's from Eastside Boxing Gym, Birmingham Boxing Gym. So shout out John Pegg. John Pegg has got Shakan Pitters. He's got kid from Starbridge. Oh my God, my memory. Yeah. So last 2 rounds left. See, Eddie's talking about what's happening with Jack Catterall next, and I can't listen because I don't want to get copywritten. One of those lights in New York Hall. Right, here we go, round 11. So 6 minutes left, guys. Let's see what these guys are going to do to make this happen. I still think it's going to be a points win now, but you never know. You never know. Still 6 minutes left. So you absolutely never know. Remember, Linares has Haney buzzed. Speak. I didn't know that. And this is where you'll see the casual side come out of me because there's a lot of those fights that I haven't watched. The lower weights I didn't tend to take that much notice of until recently, until probably I started speaking to the fighters. I only ever really had throughout watching boxing the heavier weights. Isaac's doing some really good combinations here. Once again, Mikel is on the ropes. Not much coming back from him this time. Usually he manages to throw something back, but maybe he's looking a bit tired. Isaac seems to have the upper hand here. He seems really, really tired. Let's have a look. LEWAL came to clinch and get paid. Shame that, isn't it? But Isaac showed that he's obviously the better boxer, even though I'm saying that Isaac just went straight in and held him around the waist there. Bing bong. Let's have a look. Points. It's going to be a points win for this one, definitely. She says. It will be. Right. So while that's on, let me have a look at what fights we've got coming up next. Right. I know it's like totally next, but obviously next week we've got Fury and Ngannou, obviously. So there's a couple of people on the card that I don't know that are fighting. So we've got McGann versus Duran, Roberto Duran Jr. Yeah, I found that out the other day and I didn't even know that his son boxed. Where have I been? Shame on me. We've got young Moses Atuma versus Bernath. I like the way that Moses Atuma has been built on Queensbury, to be fair. They're really building him up. Like, he's out all the time. He's really kind of like if you look at the Mike Tyson strategy, how they built him up, Frank's doing the same thing with Moses, so I can't argue with that. Makhmudov versus Wright. Makhmudov, really good fighter. Those that know that Makhmudov is that's a good fight, actually. Then we've got Carlos Takam versus Martin Bacoli. This is all next week, Saturday. I will be doing a watch along for this, but I just can't decide. Maybe I think probably just 4 fights. I'll start from Takam Bacoli. Then we've got Parker versus Keane. I don't know much about Keane. Base mentioned him earlier. I think he said he was Canadian. Don't quote me on it because I've got a crap memory. And then obviously we've got Wardley versus Adelaide, and then Fury versus Ngannou. So yeah, I'll be doing a watch along. Like, I'll let you know the times. I'll put it up on probably Twitter and on Instagram, the times. I'll do the flyer for it and set up the live so you know that that's what we'll be doing next week. What we got after that? I'm just thinking about UK fights. When's that Magnificent 7? I think I'll probably do one for that as well. Some of the fights that I don't go to, because sometimes I do go to the fights, but the ones that I don't go to, I'll definitely be doing live watch-alongs. I might still do them on my own because I don't care about being on my own because there's enough people in the chat to keep me busy anyway. Or sometimes I might bring somebody else. If you're actually, you know what I wouldn't mind doing? If one of you were up for it, one of the subscribers to come on the live. I think I'd prefer it that way. Yeah, I'll do it like that. So if any of the subscribers want to come on the live, you're more than welcome. I think I'll do it like that, to be fair. Yeah. I'll post the link in the chat and then we can take it in turns and we can just debate the card. So I'll probably do that moving forward. When there's a card, I think there's a boxer card on in Wolverhampton. I'll more than likely be going to that and covering the media events for that. But if I don't, that's the same night as the Magnificent 7. I'll do a live for that as well. We've got the Katie Taylor card coming up actually, but I'll let you know in the community page. Or and what I'm going to start doing is like fight reviews and stuff. So I'll probably watch these fights back and then do a review next week. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, it does. I really like the look of that card. Really like the look of that card a lot. Usually I've got all the boxing schedule fights like laid out, so I know where I'm going and what's coming up next. But I haven't done that this week because we've got a few fights coming up until December, but a few cards that aren't even in the UK. So Isaac's, yeah, round's finished. Isaac's run off before the bell went. Mikhail LEWAL went for him just as the bell went. But yeah, I'd say Isaac's won that. He's got the belt. He took his belt. Anthony Yard dancing on screen, standing next to Savage Dan, Tunde Ajayi. So they're kind of like happy for him. Yeah, definitely. God, I ain't traveling. Yeah. It'll be in Birmingham. And then we'll get people to come up to lovely Birmingham to be on the podcast. I'll wait till they announce the winner officially. But to the people that joined in the chat, you're amazing. You're funny. I've enjoyed it. I like the interaction. It's good to interact with you guys because the comments that I get on the conversations that I have, I love it. And I love, like, as much as I can, I will try and reply to absolutely every single one. Do you know what I mean? And some of you have turned up tonight, so I appreciate it. Can't do it without you, like I said. I'm quite happy not being everybody's cup of tea. I don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. I am who I am. You either love me or you hate me. I'm very Marmite. That's fine. I'm cool. I'm happy with me. So thank you for those that, rock with me. I appreciate that. And I'll keep trying to get the content out to you as much as possible. There are a few guests that I still want to get on the channel that I haven't had on the channel. I am going to try and get some repeat guests on as well. And maybe some that I've got a little bit of a backstory that I want to delve into. I'll get them onto the podcast. So yeah. Now I ain't moving to Coventry. You're mad. Nah, never. So it's always going to be the B postcode for now. But yeah, congratulations to Isaac, commiserations to Mikhail. And it's not that he was just outboxed. He was just outboxed, and that's it. He didn't look unfit. He hadn't lost any of his power. He was just outboxed. So for those of you that are going to watch, here we go. Your call, eh? Let them call the winner. So yeah, absolutely massive thank you to all of you. Next week then. Next week. Cheers, Red. My dogs are on my case. Need to take them out. Oh, I have to do the same with my husband and the children as well. I understand. Oh, he's crying. Oh, bless him. Oh, bless him. He's crying. Oh, bless him. Oh, well done, Isaac. Listen, guys, next week, thank you for staying tuned. Check out the videos that I've got up there, etc., etc. Any suggestions that you've got for the channel as well, anything that you'd like to see, anything that I can do, just put it under my latest community post and I'll go and have a look on there and and see if there's anything that I can do. I'm always trying to do things a little bit different, and your help and advice and constructive feedback is always appreciated. But yeah, on that note, adios. Oh yeah, and stay ready.